those who lead us astray.
The consequences of your actions here are irreversible.
Against all the evil that hell can conjure, we will send unto them only you.
I offer you a gift. Take. It will give you strength. They will fear you.
Cool. I'm doing good. I cannot see myself. So how am I centered? Left, right, this, that. No. All right. No. We're rocking clearly not a powerful enough machine to be able to have the two monitors thing. So that's why last week we were a little slow. So we
Yeah.
got rid of that, but that means I'm flying without a net. I do have a massive delay here on my iPad, and that's not really how it should be done. But that's on me. I got to get a better machine. But actually, this is id's machine, so it's not my fault. The
I like that. You're already throwing blame out the window to somebody else. This is good. This is a good start. I like this.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. So no, I'm doing awesome, man. It's good to be back. We're on to the next map. What is the next map after Super Gore Nest? It is
That's Art Complex.
Art
That's that
Complex.
AC.
That's right.
Yeah.
One
which
of
is
my
funny.
favorite maps. When you know, like
So good.
yeah, this Art Complex was a part of that vertical slice that I told you about. Vertical chunk, actually. We went from vertical slice to then vertical trunk, which is just what it sounds like, a
It sounds
larger
like you
chunk
called
of the
it
game.
a trunk just then, which was like
Yes.
something between a chunk and a trunk. And I was like, yeah, tell me about it. No, this is good. This is good. Because last week we talked about vertical slice was from the dev side. Like you guys make that first to give people
Yeah.
the taste of what the game has to offer. So then you're saying the step after that is the chunk. Tell us about the chunk.
Yes. And the chunk ends up being just a larger piece of the game. And so that way you're proving out a sliver of the fun with your vertical slice, and then we expand that to like a giant chunk of the game, and that's where you kind of get to test your progression items, and you know how your character's leveling up. Does it feel good? How you could string things together, connectivity between the levels. You know, for us the hub was a big part of making sure that that worked. So it was
The hub
yeah,
being
it ended.
the Fortress of Doom, of course. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it ended up being Super Gore Nest, which we played last week. You know, Jason O'Connell special, level design and gameplay on that one. Now we move into Art Complex. That was designed by. Oh, I'm gonna mess this up, and I'm gonna find this out because this
no.
person went on to work in an indie game studio I believe it works at Naughty Dog now. I'll get it. I'll get
Okay.
it. Somebody,
Okay. It's coming
it's gonna
back. It's all
it's
coming
gonna
back
come
to
to
you.
me.
Yeah.
But he started the level design,
Mhm.
and then it went over to James Sellen, who took it over, which is a great designer at it, and then he also did the gameplay for it as well. So it's kind of like two people. One guy started the level design, and I'm proud to say that the person that started this, can't believe I can't remember his name. I know who it is.
You're
It's
gonna
gonna
get
annoy
it.
the crap. Yeah, it's gonna annoy the crap out of me.
Yeah.
And what he did was so strong that I will say that it largely, the bones of it stayed intact. I think he did a fantastic. You sort of started in the center, you went once to the right, you went once to the left, then you came back to the center again, and that was kind of the spirit of what he laid out. And
Speaking of,
that
if you want to just move to your left just barely, chat is telling you, "Yup, too much. Yup, there we go. Up, a little bit more to your, yep, there. No, other side, other side. I'm gonna get you centered because chat was freaking out. They're like, he's not centered. He went off center. It's a very tight window. Barely to your left. Yep, there it is. That's centered.
yeah.
Sorry, you were
So
saying. So the bones were
oh
so
yeah,
good. The bones
yeah, the bones
stayed.
of it were really strong,
Mhm.
and proud of him for that. He had a really cool idea, and it's a little bit of a hub map in that you kind of, not unlike Swamp, where there's a central component to the DLC Swamp map,
Yeah.
and what is the swamp officially called? We call it the
It's the
swamp
blood swamps. The
internally.
blood swamps.
The blood swamps,
In
yes.
Ancient Gods Part 1, yeah.
Yeah, so we know the dev names for the maps, and then at the very end we come up with like the name that you guys know them as. But it's funny because I don't know them as that. I always just call them the dev names because I ended up calling them that for years. So the swamp is kind of similar in that there's kind of a central location. You go off to the right, you go off to the left, but you crisscross through the center, and then there's usually some finale in the middle, and that's basically what our complex is. That's kind of our version of like a hub map, and it was very successful. And then James Selling came in, did a tremendous job. James is definitely one of our superstar gameplay designers for sure, and he did an awesome job fleshing out the combat in that as well. And this one is a little bit of like. If anybody's ever seen the movie Heat, and there's the
Oh,
bank robbery
nice.
scene of Heat, and with Michael Mann in his film, there the soundtrack has this dun 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 dun, dun, and it's kind of like this it creates this sense of momentum, this sense of tension, this underlying intensity to everything they're doing. So even when they're walking in and they're scoping out the bank, you just get this feeling like something's happening. Like it's almost like a race car revving its engine, ready to take off, and then it explodes when the action happens. In that fantastic sequence, which still holds up today,
That sequence is amazing.
when Al Pacino shows up and they have that gunfight in the middle of Los Angeles. Well, another touchstone for us. So that was a touchstone in terms of like as I moved through the corridors,
Mhm.
that I moved with a kind of like a killing machine stalking its next target. Searching for target acquisition. You just feel like the Terminator gliding through the space, looking for the next thing to kill. And the combat is set up to kind of like what draws the Slayer forward, what draws the player forward is targets. So we're kind of placing targets throughout the players just moving through the space with the kind of fluidity that is really awesome. And because, some maps, the total freedom, right? Like Super Gore-esque, complete freedom.
Yeah,
like that giant
totally.
center arena is just like, hey, the meat hook, go crazy, and I really
Yeah.
think it's where the player just gets to expand their wings, and that we love that flooring it, the sort of the wide parts of this racetrack, so to speak. But then this gets a little technical as you weave through the hallways. But because the spaces are tighter, the closer little trick in level design is that the tighter the hallway, the faster the player feels. So tight hallways, depending on how you handle that stuff, can be frustrating
Mhm.
because I can't move as much. But with the right amount of enemy and the right balance of combat, you'll actually feel like you're moving fast. So on a subconscious level, I think that's why so many people love our complex, because you just feel like this killing machine stalking their prey. Overall, the soundtrack, obviously Mick Gordon just did a killer job, as did the sound designers and everyone involved.
Yeah.
Everyone coming together to accomplish this goal. A good touch point for that stuff is to kind of give it that sort of forward momentum to the soundtrack, so that way, even when I'm walking down a hallway, I still have that kind of tension like that was in Heat. And uh Christopher Nolan films do this a lot too. Those films are big inspirations to us in terms of how to generate that kind of intensity
Hmm.
in everything you do. So, and in this center part is where the game like kind of really takes off. You have all your tools and you feel great like that. I think if you watch the beginning of the Dark Knight Rises, where they do the airplane sequence,
Yeah.
or really any scene in a Dark Knight Christopher Nolan film,
Yeah.
there is just that music that's just kind of like operating at an intensity, and the beats are kind of operating at an intensity that it just kind of drives the scene along. They could be making coffee and it's still like the most intense cup of coffee that anybody's ever poured. Seriously, they could be reading the mail and you're just like, hurry up,
Yeah.
finish reading it.
You're like, if you
So
drop one beam,
everything
the whole world's gonna explode.
That's right. Everything kind of feels like you're disabling a bomb that could go
Yeah.
off at any moment. There's just that kind
Totally.
of intensity. So our complex is really meant to make you feel like that, and then it certainly leads into Mars Core. So this is definitely a really fantastic part of the game overall, where your power really expands. In the second half, to me, the third act. This is the second act. The third act of the game, as we will see when we get there,
Mm.
that is designed specifically to be like the game cracks its knuckles, and it says, "We're done playing around. Like we would like to see how good you are at this." And
It
for
stops
players
putting
who,
like the little boards for you to break with your hand and just starts
oh
throwing
yeah,
like
no, no,
black
no,
belts
yeah,
at you all the time.
absolutely.
Yeah,
It's like the game kind of says, "Yo, all that was really cool. You're pretty good at this.
yeah.
Let's see how good you really are." And that's why Final Sin, for me is the map that I love them all. I think all of the maps and all of the work everybody did is tremendous. But for me, Final Sin is like one of the maps in Urdak that I play the most, simply because I want to see what the very best the game could throw at me. Put it on Nightmare, and don't use that BFG. Come on now, BFGs
Right.
pick up. No, nobody picks up. You don't pick up quad.
Yeah,
That's for
exactly.
noobs. I don't pick up quad, and I want to take it all on myself. So I love putting it on the hardest difficulty, even though we put those BFG shots there for you to use. But come on, you can't use those.
I mean, at that
The-
point, you have the whole kit, right? So it's like
Exactly.
the BFG is just one of many options you have. And I love how Final Sin starts, because we'll get there in a couple weeks. But in Final Sin, the first arena, it's a chef's kiss, really, for just like what's to come in that level, because it doesn't slow down. It just keeps you on your toes. It throws everything in the game at you, and it makes you feel amazing, because the way you have to react is just the way you've naturally been taught by the
Yes.
game, to just do the flow, to just get in the state. You know what I mean?
It is. I just messed with my sound, so if there is a sound issue, chat, let us know, and anybody else, because I just turned it up because I'm a little low for some. Wait,
You
do
sound
I have-
good from this side.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
Uh,
I got
I
some,
did
go ahead.
finish
Yeah. Oh yeah.
my-
The hobbies. The hobbies. You
my-
started last week. Yeah.
we do have a little bit of a Mr. Rogers vibe to this show, a little bit. It's kind of. I've read your comments, and you guys seem to like when we share a little bit of what's going on.
Feels like we should be in sweaters for the rest of
Yes,
this. But go ahead.
there you
Maybe
go.
next week. Maybe next
my
week.
my daughter and I and my son, we took a build class at Warhammer 40K at the Games Workshop by my house,
Nice.
and this was my daughter's. We're not going to look at Daddy's because Daddy was very rushed, and his did not come out correct. 'Cause it's not easy. I'm watching the kids and I'm trying to help, but this is my
You're
daughter's,
supervising.
and I think that one's pretty good.
Damn,
I
that's
like
rad.
it. I'm proud of her.
That's way
To the
cool.
person who decided to make these things this scale, you're not a cool person. Like, there's no reason why these are this small, because the brush does not fit. Like, why are we doing this? What is the
Yeah.
point of this? Why is this not this big? It would just be 10 times easier.
It's because of the scale, and they got to put it on the. It just does it fit on the board, and then
It's
all
e-
the
it-
other pieces, and you got to make the bigger ones, and it's a whole thing.
I was so inspired. I was in the store, and they're in the case,
Mhm.
and the guy's like, "Well, these are mine." This was the guy who was showing us how
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
it. They're
Yeah.
amazing,
Yeah.
and the eyes have little red dots on them. And then I look at this, I'm like, who's putting a red dot on those eyes? Like,
How are you doing
How
this?
is that even happening?
Yeah.
Like, and that was ridiculous. But yeah, when we had our first session, and then something else came
Mm.
in the mail. The two things I'm jamming with right now are in COVID are Warhammer and slot cars. So I bought a Carrera Digital 132 set at somewhere in the midpoint of COVID.
That sounds
And
serious as hell because it
oh,
has
dude, for those of
a
you guys that
number.
know, like
Yeah.
Carrera Digital, I don't know if you could see
Oh
this.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What
Um,
in the hell?
oh
Okay.
my God, it's
What
the
are we
greatest
looking at
thing.
here?
Hold
It
on,
looks
I'm gonna.
incredible. What is that? What does it
It is
do? How it do?
so. It's a digital race car set, and it enables me to have pit stops. Okay, you can't see it. It enables me to have pit stops, and I could simulate weather. So I could control the sensitivity of my brakes and how effective
Oh,
my brakes are. This is a Ferrari 488 GTE. This
damn.
thing is sick, and
Yeah, it looks
anybody
sick.
who knows me knows I'm crazy about cars. And I went to school for car design, so I feel like this slot car track was made for me. The lights actually light up, and
What?
in terms of like slot car racing, I mean, obviously the kids love it, but the track actually has like fuel stops, and it tracks how much fuel you have. It controls your braking. Like I said, you could
Damn.
simulate the weather. This little stupid thing, you hook it up to an app. This just came, and I'm able to do crazy stuff with this track. They what do you call it when they slide? Drifting. They
Like
could drift around the
drift?
track. So
What? That
yeah,
little thing in that box can drift?
yeah, and
Damn.
I have a ghost car that I could compete against, and the track actually keeps time of our best laps,
That is
and so me and
insane.
my son, are going at it in terms of who has the best track time. But it is so cool,
That's awesome.
and that is a GT40. That thing is sick. That
Yeah,
is so
what?
awesome. You should see this in person. Carrera GT, Carrera 132, and then
Shout-outs.
this is the BMW
Ooh,
M4.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, the M4, that's tight. The Shell
it's beautiful.
version too. Oh, okay. Somebody's
Oh,
out
it's
there
beautiful.
going for Shell petrol, representing.
That's right. It's awesome.
Do you guys do this in
So
tracksuits, or you just keep normal clothes on? I don't know how deep this
oh,
goes.
it's going. It's more fun preparing the track and getting it all ready and getting the room, the space that you need is out of control because the track is huge.
Okay.
So yeah, it's but we're definitely going to be doing some decorations around the track. We're going all out.
I love it.
That's what we do in the Martin household is we take it to the next level. But
That is next level. That's amazing.
no, it's really awesome, and recommend it to anybody who has kids and you're
Nice.
looking for a hot. Let's be honest. I think I like it more than my kids.
I
But
was going to say, or just anybody that has some space for this track, because this sounds intense, but it also sounds amazing. The
oh,
fact
it's
that-
amazing.
and since there's is there a leaderboard that you can connect to other than just
yeah.
the local? Oh, Jesus, of course there is.
Oh, totally.
What?
And then the app, like I said, like what the app will do is it'll simulate weather. So at some point during the race on lap 20, it'll actually make it seem like it's raining. It'll play sound. You could hook the sound up to speakers, and then the brakes on your car and the acceleration will change.
Holy
So I don't
shnikes.
I haven't done that yet. So specifically how it changes that stuff, I don't know.
Damn.
But I saw on YouTube. 'Cause I'll tell you when I do it.
Okay.
I saw on YouTube that it actually has weather in some of the race apps. That can change the performance of the cars. So
That's incredible.
yeah, it's the coolest thing.
What?
I'm all about it right now. The
Yeah.
cars they got to stop making the cars though, because it's
Because it's
it's
an expensive
an-
hobby.
yeah, it's yeah. I can't go to the hobby store.
That's fair. Huge shout out to chat. I see Moonfire Madeir. I see all y'all up in here. Moonfire is, of course, Zeus. Shout out to all of the artists out there. Speaking of fan art, just this week, shipped. You can kind of not see this part because the green on the green screen. But Hugo, did you see that the Billy and the Luke, the 2D, 3D, the amazing fan art shirts have been shipping? These look incredible.
I can't see you. I'm on a delay, but are they cool?
You will see it in time. They are amazing. And they,
I see it. I see it.
There you go. Because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember
So-
when that thing dropped, you and I had some
Oh.
conversations. We were like, "What just happened? That is so dope."
Oh, dude, absolutely. That piece of art, whoever made that, you're
Billy
a
and
man,
Luke.
man. Oh yeah,
It was the
really.
2D 3D mashup, right? It was amazing. Yeah.
The style of that illustration is just fantastic. We can't get enough. Hey, really quick before we get started,
Yeah.
getting back to the Doom stuff.
Sure.
So Josh, we're gonna put on a little show here. Josh, I heard you play tested DLC 2.
I did. I
pretty
almost
recently.
spit this tea out, but no, I did. I played through all of DLC 2, which is, of course, the upcoming Ancient Gods Part 2.
A work in progress, obviously,
course.
but we have a chance. Our process includes giving guys like Josh and people we work with, people whose opinion is important to us. Josh being a super
Did you
fan
hear
of Doom,
that? Did you hear that? I'm just kidding.
absolutely, Josh being a super fan of Doom, and someone who I love to be able to put the game in his hands early, and Derek, Heidi, and Nick, and all the guys play test, and we demand the feedback. We want it honest and truthful, and so what'd you think, Josh? Like, where are we at, like
So
overall, without saying too much?
I know.
And
It's so funny
and
because I'm usually the one being like, I'm like, Hugo, don't. We can't spoil anything. Don't say anything. And now I'm on the spot, and I'm like, I want to tell you guys everything. I want to tell you about every single moment, all the things you're going to do, all the places you'll go. But I'll say this. It's insane to me that I feel like we just put out the Ancient Gods Part 1 like right before the holiday season, and obviously the holidays just like blew by and or lasted forever, whatever time sphere you're in for the pandemic. But like, I cannot believe it feels like you guys have been cooking that stuff for longer because of like the scale and how grand what you guys pulled off in the period of time between somehow when Ancient Gods Part 1 happened and now that we're, on the cusp of announcing times and dates and stuff, which will be, stay tuned. You're in the right place. You're in the right time.
Yeah.
But I was blown away. Like, honestly. And here's, okay, I think we can talk about one thing without spoiling anything, but you tell me.
No, go ahead.
All right. Let me take the temperature.
You say it first, and then we'll decide whether or not we shouldn't have said it.
He's like, you say it and I'll see you in jail. What was I gonna say? So I feel like you guys took, you and I had conversations about like in the Ancient Gods Part 1, which all of us loved, obviously. If we're gonna say that it's like a volume, like the volume of, and I don't mean volume as far as space or time. I mean like not only difficulty, but like pace and difficulty. It's like apex the whole time. It's almost like almost every level is kind of like a master level, but that also means that like the breathing room is like minimal, if at all, right? In the Ancient Gods Part 1.
Pacing is set to a very high level of intensity. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Which was cool because, you guys were, putting out master levels. So like that was kind of like where things were going. And you guys were like, how do we crank it up? We know people.
And the audience for a DLC is fans of the game who know the game. Right. So, like you can't really and we didn't invent that rule. Everybody knows that on a skill-based action game, DLCs are harder. So because you're serving an audience, and if we tried to make it for the person who, I casually went through Eternal and I really haven't played it in 9 months and I never really knew how to use the Flame Belch.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't, that's what I'm Too Young to Die is for. And I think the lower difficulties do enable some people to be able to get through it. But on the DLC, man, we have to make it for that audience who knows the combat.
But that was the coolest thing was like, without spoiling anything, in the new DLC, that's the second one, Ancient Gods Part 2, I feel like there are more like peaks and valleys in a cool way that like I just didn't realize, because again, I was so used to, like most people, like I had played through Eternal so many times the campaign, so I was basically only doing master levels at that point anyway. So then when that came out, it was just like that natural extension where I was like, yeah, master levels all the time, let's go. And I loved it, but I forgot that like, oh yeah, there could be like, different notes, like there could be ups and downs and like things can be spaced out a little bit where it isn't just like 11 arena, 10 arena, 9.5 arena, 12 arena. It's like you can actually do like the full spectrum, which makes you feel like you kind of feel out the space more. You kind of feel out like, you maybe have a second to read lore because you're not just like force punched into like the next area. So, and there's a lot of good lore in this too. Not to get crazy.
So basically, Josh is saying we made a concerted effort to finesse the pacing a bit. So much so that I think I want to go back to DLC 1 and finesse the pacing on that a tiny bit. I don't think it's going to change the fact that it still is a fan service DLC. But you know what? In a few spots to bring it down a little bit, those incidental combat areas, maybe a tentacle or two removed from the fog, just a few spots to kind of like chill it out to help with the pacing. So that way, because when it's on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hardest, and it's like 9 incidental counter, holy cow, that hallway was a 10. Here's the arena, it's an 11. I think if you make that hallway before the arena, maybe not a 9, maybe it's a 6. Then when you roll into the arena, you're a little bit more ready for the challenge. So I think what Josh is saying is that we made a concerted effort to work on the pacing and spacing of DLC 2. But to be fair, let's be honest, Josh.
Let's do it.
What you played,
Yeah.
it's not hard enough yet, right?
It
I mean,
wasn't. It
it's not.
wasn't hard enough because I
It
was
wasn't.
I was doing it all in Nightmare, which is like my default thing, so I can die and not lose everything like Ultra Nightmare, which you only usually attempt after you've beat Nightmare a few times. Yeah, we had a 2.5 hour session last night with the guys, and we were going through every encounter and just being like, okay, there's all these pacing things that are definitely an improvement because there's more peaks and valleys that you can feel out the space, you can feel out the new enemies, which I'm not going to get into it, but I really like all the new enemies a lot. But we'll get into that stuff later. But but no, like some of the encounters,
Josh, is it bold to say one of them is? I think one of them is the best enemy in the game. The big guy.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you because I'm obsessed with fighting them, and it's like my favorite new thing because it's such a different setup and situation, and it's a thing that you didn't realize you were. That's the best thing in good games is you get something you didn't realize you were missing, and then you're just like, I can never go back.
Yeah.
This is what they're supposed to be all the time.
Absolutely. I think, but, and we talked about this, and it will already today, because id Software is full of Navy SEALs. They're already cracking on it, and I agree. I think, and you weren't the only one. I mean, everybody thought, good job, like the pacing.
Yeah.
I need more.
Yeah.
That was the general takeaway.
Because that's the thing is like, I think a lot of us, like when you would finish the first time through, when you would finish on Nightmare, anything in Ancient Gods Part 1, a lot of us like took a break or a breather, whether it's just like getting a drink, doing a bio break, or 100% like quitting out of the game after you'd saved and just going doing something else with your life for a bit and then coming back to it. Because it's like those arenas put you at it. Like I died more in Ancient Gods Part 1 than I died in the entire campaign, like 3 or 4 times over.
Yes.
And even though that isn't for everybody, not everybody wants to die 30 times in an arena. It was still like when I played through I'll call it last week's build even, because again, these are Navy SEALs. These guys ideate faster than anyone can in the industry as far as changing encounters and making things better all the time. But when I was playing last week's build, it was like, I could finish a level, maybe dying once or twice, and then go on to the next one and just be like, well, that was cool. But it's like, wait, that's not right either. There's something in between these two things. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
well, that's probably our biggest strength is we don't really have contractors at it. We really want to have as much as possible. Sometimes we do hire contractors, but it's in really controlled instances. And our practice is if you work at it, you're full time, so you're there, you know the tools, and it allows us to pivot really really fast. So like literally get feedback. Last night, already today, 60% of it is done. We're even on the second wave of iteration on that feedback. So Patrick Stone, for example, Jason, they're in the meeting, they're listening to Josh. We have other sessions with guys. We talk it over, come to a conclusion, shoot off, and it's already in there. And that's the advantage of having, the staff there full time, people Patrick Stone is a monster designer, Jason, Jerry, Peter. So it's like we just have guys who just kill it, and they're on staff, so they know what to do, and we're able to hit that stuff really quick. So needs to get harder. It will get harder, but maintain good balance. I mean, that's the thing is like pacing. That was how I feel about DLC 1. I love DLC 1. I think pacing could be better. We'll look to probably in the DLC 2 update finesse the pacing a little bit while retaining the challenge, the combat puzzles. We love all that stuff. And we see from the engagement around DLC 1, the numbers are fantastic. I mean, clearly y'all like DLC 1, you know? But again, do I think we could thin out a spot or two? Sure, why not?
Before we move on from DLC to the brand new stuff that we aren't supposed to talk about, we aren't really talking about, we're talking about enough to keep everybody where they need to be, which is like on the front and center of their chairs. Chat reminded me something that I think we both forgot, Hugo, about what we were going to talk about this week as far as Ancient Gods Part 2, which is meat hook traversal. I think we dropped that nugget that we were going to talk about. Do you want to talk about it before we jump into Arc Complex?
Absolutely. So that's the new traversal tool in Meat Hook. We're finessing that. That was another big pivot that we have. We've got programming monsters at id who are also full-time. They're able to iterate and polish on the stuff. So we got some feedback on that as well today from a UR test that we had. Big shout out to the UR people, Dahlia, and the people helping us in UR. The mantra it is that the consumer is never wrong. We can make bold decisive, decisions about design. And I'm proud of working at it as a company. I think we are bold in our choices. I mean, come on, lead, don't follow. We have to have faith in what we do and follow through on our design ideas with conviction. You can smell as a consumer when a game is watering something down and you don't like it, and especially on an action game. On an action game, I don't like that stuff. I want the game to hold true, and that doesn't mean it has to be like Demon Souls hard. I mean,
Right.
it's just like if you're going to do something in an action game, do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it with the anyway. So with the skill based traversals, we added a meat hook node that you can attach to in the world, and then you use your momentum to kind of zigzag through the spaces and complete the traversal puzzle to get to the next part of the map. We're getting a lot of really positive feedback on it. People really love it. We
Yeah.
have a really good tutorial in there. The hardest thing is that, so all of chat, you're going to do this and love it because you all know how to use the momentum on the meat hook, and you're going to get this in 2 seconds. What we need, you're all black belts. What we need to do is make sure that newcomers and blue belts, are able to do this too. So make those videos and share that knowledge, but it's also up to us to make sure that the in-game tutorials that coach these people along. Some people didn't even know that you could use momentum to swing on a meat hook. So we actually had to show people how to do that.
Yeah.
And I think it's awesome. It's testing really well. We do have some screws to tighten on the experience to make sure, again, right now out of the box, everybody, all you guys will be able to do it. But some communication things we have to tweak. Because I even think Josh and first timers struggle with, like, am I supposed to hit that? When do I hit that? So we're cleaning
Sure.
that stuff up.
Yeah.
But it's fun as shit. And in Josh's notes, Josh had lots of notes on lots of things, and on that one,
It's only like 9 or 10 pages. It wasn't that much.
Josh loved the meat hook traverse. You liked him, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you thought that was cool.
It's amazing. I mean, I was calling it like a meat hook grapple, but it sounds like chat is already calling it the yeet hook, which that's fine.
It's done.
That works. It's the yeet hook
like
now, I guess. But no. Yeah.
Manhole covers and yeet hooks. It's your game. You paid for this game. You get to determine what things are called.
That's right.
The giant creature in the bog, Malagog, he's Bob. You guys
right.
love to reduce our lore to just these ridiculous meme names, but that's okay.
That's
okay.
okay.
It's your game.
You know what? Bob is just as happy as he was with the other name. So now he's Bob. So congratulations. You win.
Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah, 100%. Like using the yeet hook grapple points, it's just another one of those things that, like, you didn't realize that it could be so satisfying when it's not like an enemy that's floating out there and you have to kind of like hope that they're in the right place to get to A to B to Z. But it's another one of those things where you're like, I have a black belt. Let me use it in more ways than I've used it already. How do we do that?
That's
you know
it.
what I mean? Yeah.
We have so we also put them in a few incidental combat encounters. So not quite skate parks, but like sort of large flat incidental combat encounters are what we call encounters that are between the big skate parks, and they're critical. They're critical to get right. I think it's a huge improvement in Eternal and DLC 1, the clever ways that we're challenging you in between the skate park.
Yeah.
Skate park, excuse me. So in some of these, we're actually starting to put these traversal nodes in the combat spaces so you could use it during combat to just kind of launch yourself. So, we have a little bit of time here to put the final, coat of wax on this experience. And I'm proud to say that most of all of the feedback that was given, we're able to act on. Some of it's subjective. I mean, that's not to say that you won't play it and, oh, you wish there was a little bit more of this, a little bit less of that. Like,
Sure.
we try to do our best, but ultimately we feel confident that we'll be able to polish up this experience to the way we know it needs to be. And I'll just lastly say before we get back into our complex here is that, Josh, you saw it, I think in parts, the scope and scale of this exceeds anything we did in DLC 1 or the base game. Is that fair to say? I think it's fair to say.
It's 100% fair to say. And it's nutty, too, because it's just one of those things where it's like, we all know and love Doom, and there's kind of like the in-the-box version of what we expect to be like. I expect to be in a corridor in Doom. So, like in Eternal already blew that out of the water where it's like these huge open spaces. But then in Ancient Gods Part 1, in UAC Atlantica, there's sections that feel a little more corridor, and you're like, and huge, like the inside and the outside, like where it's raining and all that. Like your weapons have freaking raindrops on them. What is that? Where did that come from? And like the environment. But it's like you get the things that you wanted, you expected out of Doom, but like in this one again, in the new one, Ancient Gods Part 2, like I was definitely blown away for being like, this is like Doom doesn't usually ever go to these places with this scale. It doesn't go to some of these locations, period. I mean, it's the same thing in like the Blood Swamps. Like, I'm sorry, there's like trees and foliage and it isn't like 2D sprites that are just copied and pasted a million times in the level. Like, what is this, Doom? So it's a lot to look forward to.
It is. I think you guys will be stoked. Codex is going in now, so for those that want more detail on the lore, we're putting that in as we speak.
Rest your eyes because you're going to read a lot.
That's right.
If you want.
I think we found the sweet spot with DLC 1 where like some of the Codex entries in Eternal I think are a bit long, and I think DLC 1 had that sweet spot of like 2 small paragraphs, you know, like something you could get through pretty fast. And so DLC 2 is kind of right in that pocket, and it should be good. So we're proud.
I see shout-outs to Midnight already. They're like, midnight moments are happening. Midnight moments, more lore. Yeah.
So what do I do here? I press resume.
Yeah. All right. So we are going to switch back into the game again. Just some housekeeping real quick. If you have just joined us for the first time, welcome. We are here every Thursday with none other than the game director of Doom Eternal at id Software, Hugo Martin, the man, the myth, the legend himself. He is playing through the entire campaign. We are on week 6. I don't know what numbers are. I think it's 6. It's Art Complex. We have already done all the way up to Super Gore Nest. We have the Ballista. We have the Super Shotgun. We're starting to get pretty deep in there where like the hand holding is like loosening up to the point where we're just about to unleash actual literal hell. But right now, like you said, we are going to a level that has a lot of connectiveness, a lot of like coming back to the same areas, like more hub types. Art Complex is amazing, and this is one that you guys not only had in the vertical chunk, which again is after the vertical slice in the dev cycle, but also there's a master level for it that is incredible. If you guys haven't played it again, go play Art Complex master level. This is Hurt Me Plenty on PC. Hugo is using a controller inverted because he is a pilot that is hard to understand because his brain is wired differently, and he makes it work. So just accept it, okay? If you have more questions,
I took my paddles off, which I don't like to do because I like to play with my paddles. And it does mean that I can't do all my tricks quite the way I want to. But I really did want to show off the game in just using a base good old controller and kind of give you guys a demonstration as I stroll through on for those that aren't too familiar with the game and if they're tuning in how to play. But most of you guys obviously are Grandmaster experts. I have it on Hurt Me Plenty. I could turn it up, but here's the deal.
Okay.
I can't concentrate if I'm playing for real and answer Josh's questions and keep it entertaining. If I play this on Nightmare, this is going to devolve into me with my mouth partially open as I'm just staring at the screen. I did a Nightmare run at one of our events, and I remember literally Josh was asking me questions, and we were trying to put on a show, and I was like, Josh, I can't talk right now.
The only way I could describe it is you got what I will call from now on Marauder mouth, which just means you were fighting a Marauder, and your mouth was just either open or shut, but whatever it is, there were no words coming out because you were too focused on the mission at hand. Yeah.
So we'll talk next week. Just looking forward. Thanks for bringing up the meat hook traversal thing. And next week, I think we'll skirt around the edges of just the feedback of Josh's experience with the new weapon, without going into too much detail. But I'd love to Josh sell it a little bit of how it fits in, and then I think Josh, maybe next week we can talk a little bit about, because this is what Josh and I feel is comfortable. Like, obviously we have a marketing thing that's going to happen and all these beats will happen. Sure. So we don't want to we're not going to give away like AI or the specifics of the weapon. You know, that's for other things. But, or maybe if Josh and I get clearance and they want to use the last streams of these to give away more stuff, we'll have to talk to the powers that be. But I would love, maybe it's probably meta enough that we wouldn't use it in the main marketing, but you guys will care about it, about some of the things that we did to DLC 2 to be able to please the black belts and the casuals. I mean, I think we made some choices throughout. There's a moment in each map where we're able to separate those two, and I think it works. Josh really liked it. I really like it. Although they still need to get harder. So they will, because I'm promising you right now, you're going to know what I'm talking about when we play it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear anybody complain, because there's a very clear messaging that says you do not have to do this.
True.
And I even purposely put in there, it's for highly skilled slayers only.
Yeah.
And that is meant to be kind of a poke in the chest, because I expect everybody to be like, oh my God, I'm doing
this.
They'd
be like, you mean me? Do you mean me? Are you talking to me? Yeah, totally.
But I want to try to challenge our very, very best slayers with this content. That is what the designers and all of us at it are trying to do with these little moments. So we'll see if we could do it. I don't know if we can. You guys may have just surpassed us. I don't even know that we could stop you at this point, but we're gonna try, and we'll see how it goes.
By
The
God, we
footage
will try.
will be glorious.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Okay, so we are again in the Fortress of Doom. We just finished Super Gore Nest, and we are back here to listen to Vega give us a little
Little update.
Yeah,
The
little
thing that
update.
I noticed is that the last time we did this, I don't think that we got any stuff. I do have some. Oh yeah, I gotta unlock some things.
Okay.
I definitely want Sentinel crystals. I usually start with like maxing out.
All right.
Sentinel.
Game audio is back. That's on me. There's a lot of buttons and switches, and they're all good now. So let us know that you can hear it.
Yeah,
and
chat.
that
Let
sounds
it
good.
exactly. And Baptiste is helping us too, right? So
right,
let me know.
yeah.
I heard that my voice was low, so I will. I know that we have one of these.
Oh my. You're unlocking
Yeah.
what can only be
So
that is myth and lore. That is a maker in the negative form. It's the reverse. It's the anti-maker. It's the unmaker from no other shoutouts but Doom 64. Let's talk about this main theme. Let's talk about this poster. Let's talk about vinyl in general. What are we looking at?
well, now we were able to play inside my hub. Every time I pick up a poster, I get to change the music in my hub, which is pretty awesome. So we pop in these batteries. We got to get some more stuff, and we're off and running. This music is pretty cool. Is this Doom 3 music? I believe this is Doom 3.
Main theme, yeah. Oh yeah. I think in you get it during the in the God, it's like Sonic Mayhem, I think, and it's like, people are used to seeing that. I think since the BFG edition, it's like kind of that horizon and like Earth on it, and then the giant Doom 3 floating thing. It just feels good.
Yes.
Feels good.
So let's talk about Doom 3 for a second. Just fan out about it.
Let's do it.
I've heard a lot of fans say like, oh, there's the debate amongst fans about Doom 3 and its place, or Doom 2 and Doom 2016 and Eternal. They're all awesome. I'm just like you guys, of course. I mean, me and Josh nerding out about Matrix last week. Man, I just say like huge respect. I have the utmost respect for Doom 3, and I think you see that Doom 3 has a lot of influence on our visuals. I mean, if you look at the Hell Knight and stuff, he kind of looks like the Doom 3 character. And I remember what I'm most proud of working at id Software is that they made a game. How old is Doom 3? That game still
17 years
holds
old or
up
something?
visually, right?
Oh,
I mean, when you play that game visually, I mean, it's just stunning, and gameplay wise, but like the visuals of Doom 3 are just stunning.
Yeah.
It's really incredible.
And also, like, you got to think, okay, from Doom and Doom 2, it was all sprite, pixel art. It was 2D. There was the front and the back of an enemy. And, some of the sounds were amazing. Obviously, like, music's great, and you had a little bit of environmental. But, dude, what they did with not only 3D technology, with, Carmack and all those guys just being, like, way ahead of the game, as always. But how they scared the shit out of you in Doom 3, like, no games had done that, and not done that, especially in a Doom franchise where it's like the atmospheric stuff in Doom 3 is underrated. Like, people want to be like, oh, there's only so many enemies. Yeah, because they were pushing poly count at that point. Like, graphics cards you had to have were like being made for Doom 3 to push out more polygons. Like, they were pushing, as always, as it always does. Like, they were pushing it to the max, you know what I mean, as far as like what you could do with 3D stuff in that world. And then the sound design and the spooky ookiness. Like, people want to say, oh, that's the most horror one. Well, so what? That's great. You know what I mean?
Well, part of that's, and I may get this wrong, but I remember that I applauded id for as a fan when with the flashlight and the way the flashlight worked in Doom 3, because you had to make a choice to turn on the light. Like, the light wasn't just always easily on, which constantly put you at this in this uneasy position of having to walk around in the dark or make the choice to turn on your light. Which it's those kinds of uncompromising design choices that, honestly, those are what our forefathers, did when I before I came to id, and I think we're just trying to keep that tradition alive, because I think while at times it was, sure, you did wish that it worked differently when you were trying to go into a space, but that added to the tension, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure.
So we were going to have little secret
Yeah.
backstory time.
Let's hear
We
it.
were gonna have actually some zero G gameplay out here and like have
What?
you dive around here. And at one point, we were gonna make it so one of these islands would be where you were connected to go to the DLC, so that
Oh,
these different
snap.
hubs, yeah, these different hubs would be connected to the DLC. All of that, to be honest, is really cool on paper, but in practice, here's the deal. What would you guys rather have us do? Focus on making the DLC awesome, or focus on figuring out a way to attach a walkway to get to this hub that you'll use twice? Like,
Right.
that's really what it's all about. I loved the idea. It was painful for all of us to not be able to, in the end do it. It's not that we couldn't do it. It's just you're always balancing, like, guys, do we want to have
It's the
you know,
juice and
this
the
boss
squeeze.
fight, this character, this level, all that stuff that we put into DLC 1, or do we want to spend the time, making
Getting a
reuse of that
walkway.
thing? But and whether or not that was the specific piece that we were actually going to use, in general, we were just planning to say, like, well, what if there was a part attached and in a DLC, you could go there, but ultimately we didn't end up doing that. Just
That's cool, though. That's cool insight.
game development, like anything else, you got to balance. You got to have good math. The good math where it's like the scope, time, budget, and fun factor. It all has to come together to make for a good equation, good result.
Speaking of good music,
This
go
thing
ahead.
right here. So
Yeah.
this is something in game development we agonized over if this would annoy people. Am I
door?
seriously getting stuck in here? I think it's annoying me right now. The
It's working.
it is. The poor Jerry Keehan busted his butt
Legend.
getting this all to work. It was a giant pain in the butt. All of the instances that this can break if I walk in with this and I don't have that, and what happens if I walk out of this thing and go into that. Huge shout out to Jerry Keehan, our glorious mission design director, one of the guys who's been at id the longest on our team, and he's just a monster. I work with Jerry every day on all kinds of things, and couldn't do it without you, Jerry.
That's right.
We're not doing the ARC broadcast stuff, but we should listen to some of that stuff.
Yeah, that's true. The art complex stuff for broadcast.
So, having
actually,
destroyed the Super Gore nest, the hunt for the remaining Hell Priest continues. Unable to identify his position due to the Con Maker's interference, you travel to the ARC complex, headquarters of the Armored Response Coalition, in search of Dr. Samuel Hayden, leader of the human resistance on Earth, and the only person capable of finding the final priest. Blah, 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 kill demons.
Blah blah blah. Kill demons. Find Sam. Remember Sam, your friend or
That's
not
right.
friend from Doom 2016? You remember him.
Look at that, a fleet of cacodemons.
Damn. I think that chat had called that a cacophony. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Cacophony, but with cacos in it. And I think still to this day that is just pure gold. That's what that is.
Yes, it is gold. So,
Yeah.
hear the music. I got to hear it too. Hold on.
Get your settings. Get your settings. Get them right.
I do need my settings.
Area is no longer secure. Evacuation protocol is in.
Chat's
All
loving
right.
the cacos and the cacophonies.
Let me see if I could do this.
Oh
I can't play this
my.
on Hurt Me Plenty. It's
Out of your mind. I love this.
this-
Okay.
this
Challenge
level-
accepted.
all right. If I can't concentrate and I start dying, we're gonna change the chat. I don't want to hear your judgment. All right?
All right.
I worked on this game. Give me a break. I'm old. I'm an old person. But you can't play this game like this. All right. Are we gonna get some cheers? How is chat responding? Do they want me to do this?
There's let's go, yo, Nightmare. Hey, you got this. Let's go. Crank up the music. Crank up the difficulty. Judging time. We looking at you, Hugo. Get it, Hugo. Yo, loving it. Yes,
Judgment.
hell yes. It's all
Judgment
happening.
time.
I know.
N-
This is
you know,
Terminator 2
n-
Judgment Day. Right now, it's happening
that's
live
right.
in front of us. I love it.
I haven't even played Nightmare.
Should I start
without-
asking you questions now? I just want to have all the spinning plates for you at once now. This is the true
well,
challenge.
I also have it cranked because I can't play Nightmare without really awesome sound.
Yeah,
The
true.
one thing that sucks, Josh, is that let's see, I can't even concentrate already.
happening? I love it.
This map is so awesome. I love this map.
Yeah.
I've played this like a gazillion times.
Same. It's
I
such
mean,
a
as
good-
I love them all, I've played them all so many times.
Yeah.
All right, I'm already slowing down. Not good. Not good. All right.
The Whippy. Already
burn.
with the Whippy coming out.
Oh, what is that? Ooh, I'm getting some performance stuff there. What's
Is that
going
what
on
it was?
there?
Okay. I didn't
Yeah,
know
did
if that
you
was
see
just
that?
a brain fart. No, it looked okay on this side. It just looked like,
Yeah,
like your
it
weapon
got,
wheel slowed down. Okay.
Yeah, something's going on with my FPS.
If you guys are brand new to the stream, also know that this is also Hugo's chance not just to hang out with all of us, tell us his insights, tell us some fun stories, talk about movies, talk about all the fun nerd stuff, hobbies, and everything else, but it's also 100% Hugo's time to basically go back and bug test this entire game from his own perspective and go, did this change since launch? We got to look into this. We got to do this. All right, take a note. We're doing this. This is... there's a lot of things being tested and enjoyed at the same time. It's all happening live and in person.
That's right.
Right,
It has way more to do with my oh god. It has way more to do with my machine. That I don't know that my machine, because I'm hooked up. I noticed what Josh and I noticed while we were streaming last time is that my machine slows down a little bit when I've got all this shit hooked up to it.
Yeah, because we were gonna go second monitor on Hugo's machine, but between his processor, his RAM, and his graphics card, it didn't like it as much as we liked the idea of him being able to see himself live. So we had to go back to just the single monitor again. Full disclosure. What he sees is what you see, and that's all Hugo sees. He's got one monitor hooked up to this bad boy.
Uh-oh.
This is what you were talking about too, though. It's like, how fast does all this combat feel because it's so sweaty and we're already burning the lives. We're burning the extra lives. It's okay, you got 7 more. The question is can you leave this level on Nightmare with the 7 or any extra lives you have left? Because you're about to enter into Pain Elemental.
I'm not I'm not kidding. It's not excuse chat. I am getting some frame rate issues on my booty machine right now.
I love it. You hear that?
But
id
we're
Software,
gonna keep it going.
You know, id Software, Alex and some other people in IT right now are like, Hugo, it is not booty. You are playing booty.
That is. I'm getting a Slack tomorrow. Like, hey, listen, can you not on live streams?
Can you not blow up our spot, please, and thank you?
Criticize it. That was nothing.
That was
nothing
at all.
Chat.
Ooh, here we go. Here we go. It's time.
I am a 44-year-old killing machine.
I'm so used to the master level. I'm like, where are the barons? I'm like, oh yeah, this is the regular.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
See?
Oh my God.
We all have master level.
Aren't like 7 barons supposed to come out and smash me in the face?
At least 2.
Where are they?
I know.
You know what sucks, Josh? You know what sucks so bad right now is I don't have the upgrade where their heads create that explosion.
I know. You don't get the headshot explosion on Precision Bolt. It hurts so bad. I feel like, okay, wait, pop into tab after this fight and let's take a look and see if we can actually get that done. Because it does feel bad when you're so used to it just being like creating a little explosion, killing other fodder around it. Like, hit tab right now. Let's see. Can we, how many weapon points do we have? Do we have any?
I'm curious.
Okay.
What do you think is causing that to be slow, and what can I do to make it faster?
All right, live chat. How do we fix Hugo's performance on chat? If we go to video.
No, because chat, know this. Like, I'm on a machine that, like, right now, it's been a while. So I'd like to kind of err on the side of caution here and just crank it up so I get super smooth situations here. Are there any thoughts? You guys are all crazy with this stuff, so you know what I could do. What do you guys think?
They're saying, let's see.
Wait, isn't there like a nightmare, video quality and all that shit?
Yeah, is it on custom right now? Where is it on? I can't see because my. Hold on, let me switch to this screen. So
it's on.
Overall quality is custom.
Overall quality custom.
You can change it to low. Change it to low. That's what you need to do if we're being real.
Okay.
And honestly, this game still looks incredible on low. I know because we're looking
just
for
to be clear, like I am. This is not my gaming PC. We're doing this on my work PC where I'm running like prototype builds. Everybody knows that. Ooh, that's like probably worse. Josh, I think it's the stream. I think it's the stream that's causing this right now. But it's all right. I could get it done.
It's taking so much Argent energy away from your PC, away from your game, and putting it right into the stream for all of us to enjoy.
Well, I'm not going to let it stop me because
you're damn right.
I will show the world that I am a boomer killing machine right now.
That's right. Boomer shooter engaged. For all the Zoomers out there that doubt Hugo, you are watching it in action happen live and in front of you. Okay, you ready for a question? Because I have a bunch from chat. Again, this is coming from Twitch and YouTube. Shout out to all y'all in there. We are listening at all times. Are you ready for a question? Question number 1. Here we go.
Yes. Questions. Oh my God, you guys are really trying to get me to die.
Yeah. Oh, and I got a lot of them. That one's too complicated right now. Hold on, let me switch to this one. Okay. Do we know this is from Miraculo666? What's the shark's name in Ancient Gods?
He doesn't have a name. Chat, you guys are really killing me right now. He doesn't have a name. I need to concentrate. I'm old.
He's old. He doesn't. He maybe forgot the name. Maybe he had a name at some point. Who knows?
I'm gonna forget my own name. I don't know if I can do this. All right. Oh, this area is the worst.
I'm seeing Bruce in chat. There. Okay.
Right.
It almost seems like this was a setup. And
I
it was
have
Bruce
to
all
say
along.
though, like the thing about controller play is like anybody could play with a mouse and keyboard and do all that. Oh my God, fancy stuff, But like I gotta be honest, like only a real gamer with serious skill would play this game on Nightmare with no paddles and a controller. So technically you could say that what I'm doing right now is far more impressive than anything Hey Kyle, Bite Me, or any of those players are
You hear
doing.
that, Kingdom? You hear that, Devo? You hear that,
That's
Hey
right.
Kyle, all you guys?
Seriously, I want my respect. This is it.
That's right. So what you guys need
Honestly,
to do is...
like, there's a part of me too that's like, you know what, fellas? I see you guys playing DLC 1. Am I gonna have to play DLC 1 or the Super Gorness Master Level on Nightmare and like just show you how it's done? Like, is that what's gonna need to happen?
Is
And
that
I don't
the
want to
next
hear
step?
you made the game. That doesn't mean anything. Like,
Look, so what? He made the game. He's playing it on stream. There's some performance issues. I'm blaming it on the stream because of all the Argent energy spilling out of his CPU and his GPU at the same time. He is in the goo.
Are you seeing? I just want you to know. Are you seeing the performance issues?
I mean,
Like,
I might be, but I just see,
All right.
I just see the performance that you're putting on as a show.
That's
I'm
right,
focusing
that's
on that.
right.
That's what I'm focusing on. And I still love how.
Oh my God,
man,
that guy's out of control.
Dread Knight is not happy with your spacing right now. He wants to make sure the 5% HP.
I'm gonna be in the sludge. I'm gonna be in the
You
sludge.
gonna get out of here? You gonna meat hook out of here? Oh, another extra life gone. The Dread Knight's
All right.
still on the board. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
chain.
It's time for the.
yeah.
We got the shield
That's
up.
what it's for.
Okay.
Grenade
Going
in the
in
mouth.
And the glory kill. Get all the HP. Okay.
See that, guys? There's a tool for everything.
Mira says, thank you for answering the question. They're fanboying out right now. Speaking of which, I don't think Hugo's had enough questions because he doesn't have enough to juggle right now with
That's right.
performance
Give me
issues.
more.
Sorry. All right.
Ask me about my
Yes?
my 401k or something complex that I'm deeply concerned about. And
Okay, I'll see if I can pull out a 401k question or something close to it. Let's see. Okay, here we go. This one's complicated. This is from Some Kind of Spy, which is a very sus name. Some Kind of Spy asks, question for Hugo. If drones are immature makers, how do they develop into different castes that we have seen and heard about? So they're asking about the evolution of how makers become A to B to C to D, or is it that they're separated in a different way and they don't evolve? Like, what's the deal?
so the makers, if you notice, oh my God, if you notice that the oh Jesus.
Oh man.
Oh, and I need my switching to be tighter than what it is, and it's just bugging
It's
out.
almost like the computer is just forcing like a different Chrono Strike, like without the rune even being involved.
It's not.
There's a nice slowdown going on, so we can all see the action.
That's right. It's like
Love it.
little Max Payne or something.
Yeah. Some frame droppers. Dropping
I definitely
frames,
think-
taking names. Hugo Martin, let's go.
That's right.
Perfect place for that tutorial. Oh, that's the perfect place for that tutorial to pop. You're like, did you know? Excuse me.
I
blood
don't
punch.
have a blood punch. I'm so
That's what
stupid.
it was. We gotta get that glory kill. Here we go. Charge it up.
Dude, I am chewing through extra lives.
One more. You need one more glory kill before you get the blood punch. Ooh,
Thank you.
Yep.
So wait till you guys have the
here we go.
all right,
All right, you got it.
the racing car HUD, the race HUD,
Ooh,
whatever
yeah.
we're calling it.
Yeah, we had talked about that a couple streams ago, right? In Ancient Gods Part 2, and it'll apply to the whole rest of the game. You talked about a centered reticle, just like you see right now, where you see where the meat hook is, you see where the trajectory of the shot will go with the super shotgun. But we're putting more data up there, and that data, you don't realize how crucial it is until you realize that when we do that, you don't have to look to the bottom left or the bottom right to see very important things like what? Like a weapon we haven't talked about and won't talk about until next week, like flame
Yeah,
belch.
and you'll know when it's ready.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna drop this grenade and leave you all in the dust.
Nice,
And
nice.
kill you. Man, this is not fair. I want to put on a better show for everybody, and it's
You're doing,
and
you're
it's
doing all right. You're doing all right.
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I am having some frame rate issues.
You're playing through it. It's part of the show.
But I'm still going through it. There is a true thing that happens, which is kind of fascinating. That as you
What's
get
that?
older, your skills in games I want to say they deteriorate. So it's very weird for me because when I was a kid, through most of my college years, I was the kid in the dorm that nobody could beat at games. Like I was like the idiot, like
Back in your salad
'cause
days, we were playing.
oh, that was like
we were
that,
playing
that
pong
was my
on paddles. Okay.
Yeah, that was my prime.
Yeah.
And that's all I watch movies, just do nothing and play video games. But
Sounds
but
good.
this was the first art school. There was plenty of time to do that at Pratt. But as you get older, you just kind of you're not as slick. It doesn't mean you still can't enjoy yourself. I love skill-based action games. That's all I want to make. That's all I want to play. But it is hilarious. Like as you get older,
You're just passing the torch. You're just setting up the torch.
Or
so that...
to be honest, is it that, or is it that the next generation is just? It might just be that the next generation skills, they're a little tighter. There's a couple people in the office that I'm just like, I don't even know what you're doing. Like there's this one kid. I mean, Cheddar. Yeah. And Cheddar's just like unstoppable.
He's a monster.
But I'm in there. I am in the top percentile.
I mean, we're seeing it on display here. We can see it for ourselves.
With all of this other stuff, yeah. I will say that among playing Doom, I am definitely up there. But what am I doing here? So I got the energy shield. Right? That came in seriously handy.
That's already been used.
Didn't I?
To perfection.
Oh, so,
that saved your ass.
Did I think I already maxed this out, or
no. This is just mod.
Oh, it's a mod. They're asking me about a mod.
Do you want to do? No, you're good. So.
I mean, I think the mobile turret is always a good one.
It is. It's a lot of DPS.
Yeah, I don't really mess with micro missiles too much. I mean, I used to mess with micro missiles like a crazy person.
Yeah, in 2016, that was your jam.
Yeah, I loved micro missiles.
You were Mr. Micro Missiles.
I'm gonna go with mobile turret.
Okay.
And then
mobile turret's good, real good.
Oh my god.
Wow, that imp. He's ready.
I wanted to glory kill him.
I know, you need a flame belch too. We need that armor back, boy. No flame belch. No F.
Yeah, I should have flame belched.
All
okay,
good.
so
I'm just giving you crap. So do you want to get that Slayer gate key behind you?
I
do. Want to go up there and get it? All right, let's do that.
We're gonna go.
Oh yeah. Weapon points. We need.
Yeah, let's put some stuff in some things.
Where are we
I
at?
think
with
we need
PB and where are we at?
I mean, lock on is pretty useful, especially when stuff gets crazy.
Yeah.
Precision bolt is already maxed out. Sticky bomb is already maxed out. I like my remote detonates. Let's do energy shield. Energy shield recharge time increases. Yeah, let's.
Okay.
It's like we're playing with the frame rate thing here, so we're probably going to need to lean on this a little bit.
Video games. What about your precision bolt? Is that fully upgraded?
The precision bolt is fully upgraded.
Okay, we're just doing the max now.
I don't really mess with my Arbalist too much because at a high level of play, it's hard to charge that thing up. So I guess I'll say, well, no, you know what? I'll just invest in this rapidly. Yeah, I'll do that because I like the mobile turret quite a bit. I mean, you could lay a hurtin' on some demons. Do I have any points here? No.
Not yet.
My runes are all good. Yeah, I got all the runes I want.
That's the 3 that you favorite, right?
Yeah.
Wait, before you go forward, do you want to go back and get the Slayer gate key?
Yes.
Let's get it. Okay, question time.
I don't know. The Slayer gate with this frame rate
and nightmare skill level and asking questions at the same time. That's the full juggle. And asking
questions. It's gonna get hairy.
It's the full juggle.
But we're gonna
get it done.
We're gonna do it. Look at that little guy.
Look at that boy.
He's Hey Josh, have you heard anything about how we're doing with our collectibles? Is the word that they're doing well and everybody loves them?
It is, and actually,
because I want to make all of them.
I have something. I took some pictures of this today. I haven't posted them yet, but this hasn't shipped yet. But I think there's still some for pre-order. Okay, we've all seen the Cacodemon, which is just absolute perfection. Just what you want by your side at all times. But something I don't think really showed up that well when you just take a glance at it is how effing big the icon of sin is. So I happen to have one here. Like, this is the Cyber Demon. Let me grab him.
All right, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Just really quick. I have 5 lives. Okay. Clearly, I need these lives. But
burn them. Burn them in.
All right, let's do it. Enough with the lives.
That's right. This icon of sin.
Oh God, this one is the worst.
All right, he's watching you the entire time. The longer the icon of sin is on the camera. ... Let's see what happens here. My arm's gonna break just holding him. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen. All right. So you got a Cyber Demon on there. You're fighting a Mancubus up close. There's some very questionable techniques at play, but you know what?
That was terrible. That was like just such hot garbage.
And remember,
I just did.
I don't think
you know why? You know why it was hot garbage?
Why?
It's because why am I using the Arbalest Blast?
Right. It's not fully upgraded. Also, just keep in mind that even though there are some amazing opportunities here where you have barrels, you don't have the fully upgraded barrels yet with the Slayer coins put in yet, the Praetor tokens, because that means that they don't give you armor or health yet. So they are just pure hazards, and also you don't have protection against them. So when you shoot them...
I think I invested...
Did you do it? Okay. I couldn't remember.
Protecting them.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, there's a lot going on up there.
Oh.
Your ammo's
Here we go.
still okay. Okay.
I think, I gotta be honest,
Tell me.
I think I'm starting to agree with some of those critics who say we went too far. I think we should have slowed it down. I think we should have made it, easier. And I'm just kidding.
You're like, no, JK. I'm gonna keep the icon in here.
We need more. You need to die, you giant creature, and I'll get your health from you. All right. Oh God, I'm out of here. Later. All right. Let's do the Hey Kyle. And
you're gonna turn your HUD off? What are you doing? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna swap. We're gonna try swapping between. The problem is the stupid. Oh geez, the stupid frame rate is screwing me up. Oh no. Oh Jesus.
Oh, extra life.
Yeah, that was not good at all. The frame rate is messing me up.
Okay. But let's just say for a second we had to remove the frame rate excuse off the board. What's the plan?
What's the plan? That is actually in secret. It's my favorite because I get to say that it's just the game and it's not my age.
It's that frame rate
or my skill.
That's right.
It's video games.
It's video games. That's what it is. Ultimately. All right, you got some good spacing now.
It's streaming technology.
It's the streaming tech. It's just not there yet, guys. We're working on it. It's getting there.
Yes. All right, put it on.
All right,
this
shields up.
Dude.
Nice. I like the flame belch. All right, glory kill coming in. Whiplash behind you. What you gonna do about her? She's whipping. The fodder being used.
You gotta keep the key to. Let me.
Tell us what the key is.
Let me educate.
Please.
This audience. They don't know, Josh. They don't really know.
Tell them. You need to tell them. Preach.
I don't think they do.
Okay.
It's their age, Josh. You cannot fault them.
Okay.
Because they have 20-something reflexes. What happens is your reflexes, they age like wine. That's what you kids don't understand.
So before we were lying to folks, we said that for boomers it was harder, but we were just trying to be nice. That's what it is.
Like who in the kung fu movies? Who's the most deadliest guy? Point. It's the sensei. It's the dude with the really long beard, the beard that's like down to like his stomach. That's usually so he's like economy of movement. That's what you see on display here, guys. The sharing of extra lives with the demons. I'm not spending them. I'm sharing them. See that? I thought he needed one.
He might have needed just another boost to
That's it. I was like, you know what, Tyrant, you look like you could use one of my extra lives.
Give him some confidence.
That's it. Little let you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
All right, that dude's got to die.
I was gonna say that Doom Hunter on the sled. He's feeling too slutty.
We need to hit him. All right, we need to hit him with a vicious combo.
What's it gonna be?
We need to fuel up. We need to fuel up. We need to make sure that the flame belch is ready.
Mm-hmm.
We need to make sure that the ice bomb is good. Let's put it on him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're going sledding now because there's no sled left. Wow.
Listen, let me tell you something. That guy wasn't stuck on the Geo. He was stuck on my awesomeness. That's what happened. That's what that was. That was not Geo that he was stuck on. There was so much DPS that I was putting down, and he didn't know what to do.
There's a lot of shout outs in chat. There's like Beard Gang. People want you to dab in real life when you finish this. There's just the shout outs are just popping off.
That's it.
It's shout outs per second.
He was stun locked by my awesomeness.
Even the Icon of Sin is just on-looking, just worried
He might
about...
not even the Icon of Sin might not be there when we get there. Because he might just be like, I'm not sticking around for this.
You might have just deleted him out of the game. The fear.
That's right.
The actual fear.
All right. Frame rate issues be damned. I walked out of there with -2 lives, dude. -2 lives.
But they were donations.
Donations. I donated 2 lives in that experience.
That's all it is.
All right. Oh god. Stuck on things.
Stuck on things. It's a Lionel Richie song. Don't worry about it.
That's right.
You wouldn't understand. All right. This is good. This is good. The Arsenal, full Arsenal.
Yeah, you gotta lay down. So everybody knows that it's all about the flame belch. For people who want to be playing this game, my goodness, is this really clipped? You can actually hit this. That thing. I thought we made that a breakable. That's so funny. That is supposed to be a breakable. All right, that's a note, Josh.
All right, the note is there. It's been noted.
The note is there. Let's hear what Dr. Elena Richardson has to say. She's very impressed.
I'm turning up the game audio just a little bit as the chat requested. Here's a chat question for you. Rip and Tear Gaming. Shout out to Rip and Tear Gaming on YouTube. Go check out their content. It's a lore question for Hugo. Since the ballista is quote-unquote 3D printed in the hub, by the hub, of course, the Fortress of Doom, are all Sentinel weapons created that way, or just the specialty weapons? That's the question.
Oh, hold on a second.
No problem.
He is male with a genome that makes him very much a member of the human race. But the enhanced strength, speed, and athleticism would indicate otherwise.
Listen, the scientists are not sure if I might be a god. All jokes aside, the kind of the point of Doom, while full of challenge, is really just to make you feel awesome. Like, whether it was the Slayer Codex in the last game, or Dr. Elena Richardson, or the way that scientists cower in front of you in Mars Core.
Yeah.
It is really all just to make you feel like amazing as a player, and that's literally what the whole point of the game is.
I think it accomplishes that because, I mean, the arsenal is just absolutely nuts. And it makes it so, like you said, it's like the best thing a game can do is scratch an itch that you didn't realize needed to be scratched, and nothing else can do it except for this thing.
Chat, I find me the best controller player. I want to go head-to-head with that person.
Wow, I like this.
I want to do a style run. And, all right, what are we doing? We're going to do this.
All right, chat. Let's get thirsty. Who is it? Who's the best controller player in the community right now?
So the SMRV, or I'm saying his name wrong, but chat, do you know who he is? SMRV. I'm saying his name. I'm butchering his name, but he's a PlayStation 4 player. Now I'm pretty sure he's using paddles. So if I was to go head to head with somebody, I would have to put the paddle.
Strap the paddles on. You gotta go paddle v paddle.
Well, because you could, obviously you could aim and.
Quicker switching, faster everything.
Yeah, you could just do craziness.
Yeah.
SMVR.
I'm
forgetting something. Oh, you mother.
SMVR.
Yeah, I think that's his name.
Yeah.
I might be screwing that. Chat, what did I do wrong? I feel like I left something over there.
Chat agreed. Let's see. Oh, okay.
What am I doing wrong?
What are you looking for? Let me see.
No, isn't there a secret? Like,
you just got...
Oh, I already got the secret,
You already got
right?
it, yeah. When you busted through the door and you went up and you got
Yeah, but I went the wrong way. Okay.
I think you're coming up on the secret encounter.
I will have to check day one to make sure that those destructibles were
change?
in fact working.
Okay. We're going back to the build again, boys.
We always go back to the build. So on my little routine after every... Oh, that was close.
That was close.
My little routine after every playtest is I usually have to go back to the day one build. By the way, little note, this was going to be a soda machine.
What?
It ended up being a nondescript black.
How come?
Because it was just easier.
Fair.
So this is where the scientists are getting converted.
Subject analysis of Doomslayer, February 2nd, 2163.
Guess what, chat? You want to know something?
Let's hear it.
The actress who did this is the same actress who did the Con Maker's voice.
Oh, snap.
She's crazy talented. Like she did this in like one take. It was nuts.
Damn. That's a long dialogue spot too. That's amazing. Okay. Next question is from, let me see if I can say this right. Covenant Slayer 1. You have a lot of threes and elite speak in there, so I think I said it right. Here's the question. Since this is the first level we meet the Marauder in-universe, the question is, how did they happen to get their super shotguns? Like, was it something some Night Sentinels adopted as a Slayer's reputation grew before the Civil War the Codex tells about? Or was it something that? Okay.
That's what I thought it was in my mind when we did it. And if it doesn't work out and the timeline doesn't sync up, send your hate mail to me because it is my fault. But
Okay.
I intended it to be that they were influenced by his super shotgun.
Love that. All right, so there you go. There you go. Constant Slayer 1. Question answered. Lord complete. Okay.
I love how the game, still, to this day, you oh god, that animation was sick.
It's so good.
Still to this day, you get caught and you have to kind of like switch to something else.
Yeah, you realize like whatever you have out isn't the right tool for the job, and you have to react.
Or you just run out of ammo. And I'm talking to chat like, and everybody knows who knows how to play this game.
Yeah.
I always look. I'm not somebody who has blinders on. Not every decision we make is for everyone. I do crack up though when people tell me that there's not enough ammo in this game. Like whenever I read that comment on Twitter from somebody who just started playing the game, it's like, yes, not every aspect of the game clicked within the first hour. Like you may have to, meet the game on its own terms a little bit. And I just feel like there's actually more than enough ammo because unlike a lot of experiences like 2016, I can actually get ammo anytime I want.
Yeah.
Just about. With just like minimal planning, I'm pretty much a button press away from refueling all my guns.
And I think that's just, somebody that either skipped or didn't pay attention to that first level where you get the chainsaw and you're like, oh, chainsaw for ammo. So like every single enemy in front of you is an ammo crate, especially fodder like this. Yeah,
absolutely. I don't know, Josh. I'm not sure that we don't need to go Ultra Nightmare.
Oh. You can't switch to Ultra Nightmare right now because you're already in the campaign. You can't. It won't let you.
Let's start it over. We don't need this. We make the rules, Josh. It's our world.
Come back next week. We're gonna do Chapter 1, Ultra Nightmare, and who knows how many weeks we'll be doing it because every week is a single attempt, and then after that, whenever you die, we just talk.
I won't lose.
That's impossible.
I will nail that. Right there, that wouldn't
have donation. That's a donation.
That's
prowler,
a donation. I make donations, you guys.
Exactly. That blood
being
punch.
Nice.
Exactly.
Look at what I'm doing to them. I can't. I gotta be nice.
Speaking of shout outs to the music, which the soundtrack is killer right now. Andrew Holschult, none other than one of the two new composers. Andrew, just an amazing guy, a great friend, and a kick-ass composer. Himself and David Levy are the two composers that made all of the music. Huge shout out in the Ancient Gods Part 1 and in the upcoming Ancient Gods Part 2. So thank you, Andrew Holschult. We see you in chat. And bless you.
Another unplanned donation right there.
Donations.
And I'm stuck because I don't have any more blood punches, but I'm gonna have one right now.
There you go.
All right.
You actually don't have it yet. You don't have it yet. You got to get one more because remember you're still in the state right now, the unupgraded state where you got to do two glory kills for one. So we're almost there, halfway there. Ooh, I like it. The destructible parts, loving it. Somebody in chat earlier, I can't remember what the name was, said, Hugo Martin, if you don't adopt me, I'll stop hitting destructible parts. And I was like, wow, that is a threat. That is a strange
Don't do
threat.
that because it means a lot to me when you do it.
That's right.
So, like,
keep your dad happy, even if he isn't your biological legal dad. Just keep him happy, okay? Hit him.
I mean, we could. Oh, look at that. Oh, the frame rate's starting to pick up there.
There you go. You just need to get higher DPS. You probably want to backtrack and get that secret encounter, yeah? It's time, I think. We don't want to go any further.
Yes.
We want to get that. I love the secret encounter. It's one of my favorite ones. I remember, again, like you said, this is in the vertical chunk, so really early build. This is the second secret encounter I ever tried.
God, this map is so fun.
It's so good. It's so good. Yeah,
all right,
that's the way. This
we
is
go
the
through
way.
here. Big shout out to David Vargo. So some of our level designers are actually former architects, which is really cool. Luis Perez was a former architect, made Doom Hunter. I kind of think, very impressive. And then David Vargo, former architect, works at id, longtime employee of id, and he actually consulted on this map with the level designer. All right, so listen, chat.
All right.
I'm going to text somebody right now. I know that this is not professional, but here's the deal. It is annoying the crap out of me that I don't know the name of the artist who made that. So we're texting people right now, and they're probably watching live, so they're going to say, Hugo, the name of this person is blank, but it's driving me nuts. So I'm going to text who.
Jason, who you texting? Or you just put it in
I'm
general?
texting Jason and Jerry.
All right. Jason O'Connell's probably already gone. He's probably already in chat right now.
Started on Arc
Complex.
I'm going to write he left. He was a tall person.
Okay, we're getting some
he had
stats.
Black hair.
Okay.
If he watches this, he's going to be like, dude, are you serious?
He's like, are you doing a APB for me right now? Am I under
he's
arrest?
just like, how do you not remember my name? But like, there's an age thing here, folks. Yeah. That's going on.
there's some memory loss. I'm pretty sure we're still who we think we are. We're not 100% sure.
That's right. That's right.
It's okay. You guys keep us sane. You guys keep us.
All right. So I got to prepare for this.
All right. Secret encounter.
Morgan Wilson. That's who worked on this. Yes. And anyway, David Vargo consulted on the spaces after we blocked it out to try to make it. So it drives David nuts. An architect will look at some of our level design spaces and laugh because they don't look like real spaces. Like the way that we lay things out is not really correct.
Oh, I see.
In terms of like how it would be laid out in like a real world scenario. So we're like, this is like a hotel, and then you go through here, and he's like a professional architect that's like, yeah, so stairs are not really at that incline, and nobody ever actually put stairs in place like that because that's ridiculous, because that's a fire hazard. So like we actually wanted the spaces of our complex to, Lear DeRossi, our lead environment artist, wanted the spaces of our complex to look like more realistic. Like he just wanted to bring a level of realism to the space. So we had David go over the space and kind of like architect it out. And he did an awesome job. I mean, I think there's a special sauce to the way that the spaces are laid out. So whenever we get a chance to, and we have kind of more like an earth map, we generally like to chuck it over to Dave to see if he could consult on it.
Because then it has like all of the realistic things that are supposed to kind of be the right space and like actually make logical sense. Okay. Compared to hell, where you're like, I don't think that sconce would go there in hell.
Dude, do you know what's happened?
What's happened?
Do you know why this is like this?
What happened? Oh God, what is it?
Because I think I'm still on VPN.
No, I thought we checked that.
Do you mind if I click it off really quick? No, because then I'll lose the thing, right? I can't do that.
I mean, it's risky.
But if I do it and I come back on, what about it?
Let's go for it,
Josh. All right, I'm gonna go.
Let's do it.
Chat. This is live. This is live without an end. All right. So by the way, if I jump off this, am I gonna is everybody gonna see my screen and read my emails?
We have it set up. They will read your email. No, I've got that set up too, but no, they will just.
All right, I'll tell you right now. Oh, I'm not on VPN. It's ready to connect. Okay. That's fascinating.
It is, because I thought we checked that. Okay, good. Well, I feel better about that.
Okay, hold on 2 seconds. I'm going to check something really quick.
Okay. He's going to I think he's going behind the computer to check the Ethernet connection. Okay, so chat, we see you. We can all see the... Okay, we're good? Okay.
We're all good. Nah, I was thinking that maybe I didn't have my thing. And there's a leak somewhere. We'll find it. Okay.
All right.
Oh my God, I forgot about this one.
Secret encounter. Yeah, this is Pain Elemental time. This is one of those encounters too where like it's tough to take out.
Stop moving, Pain Elemental.
It's like, do you go Arbalist? Do you go... Oh, we only have 6 seconds left, and there's still... I believe that there's a Rakatron down there too, which we haven't even... There she is. She's up top. Ooh, okay. Good thing about secret encounters though is you can try them again. The only problem is we
I don't know. I
on
face planted on that, dude. That was awful.
I feel like that's because that is the one secret encounter in the first part of the game that taught me I need to have a plan for a pain elemental before I see a pain elemental, which is either
Yeah.
lock on rocket or arbalest, like combo from there. Because like,
Well-
if you leave them on the board and those lost souls start coming out, it's a problem, especially with the
Oh,
timer.
absolutely.
You know.
Also, I didn't have. All right, I want to go back and try again. Okay,
Love it.
I got 18 shots. I got
Brush yourself off and try
125.
again. If at first you don't succeed,
Yeah,
I think that's the lyric.
so I could feel it right now. Like what we set out to make was just this seek and destroy mission, right? I just feel like I'm moving through the space. I'm just like a killing machine. It
All
feels
right.
amazing.
What are we doing here? We locked on rocket, arbalest.
No, we're gonna
DPS. Ooh, okay. Frozen boy. Combos are coming out. Little bit of
Oh my God,
little bit
dude.
of frames drop. It's okay. We're still there. Popping that in there. Deal with that. Oh no.
What is happening?
Okay. It's okay. You still got 10 seconds. Get the DPS out. Oh God, she's on the move. All right. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Not enough time. No.
But the frame rate chug was crazy.
It was. It
All
was.
right,
It was
all
an
right,
interesting
we'll,
slowdown.
We have some technical difficulties. We'll deal with that later.
We are.
Okay,
All
so
right.
back
Back
on
to-
track.
back
Chad.
on track.
Oh, geez, this guy.
All right.
Let's give him one of those.
Yeah.
One of those.
Love it. Oh, getting dangerous.
He needs
at
to
that
relax.
distance. Okay, that'll relax. Oh!
Oh God, I had to donate one more. That's not good at all. I'm
Not
down to.
great.
What am I down to
I
here?
think you're out
I've got no more.
of them. I think we've
Oh,
donated
that's it.
all of them that we could. When you do your taxes this year, there's going to be so many write-offs, so it's great.
That's right. Seriously.
So
they're
many
gonna be like,
donations.
Dude, you did. Oh Jesus.
They're going to be like, I'm sorry, do you
All right.
work for the demons? You're like, no, I work with the demons. Mostly
look at that.
against, but sometimes with.
Oh, I got hit with the ground furrows.
Dang.
God, the ground furrows.
The ground
Okay.
furrows.
No more donations, chat. So it's
That's
time.
right.
It's gonna get serious now.
We're going to make deposits
gonna-
from now on.
What we're gonna have to do,
we can do the secret
as
encounter
everybody
again, though.
knows,
This is okay.
the
This is
key
okay.
to doom is to eliminate the target of highest priority.
You got to
And
get
also
those
now,
straight.
because I'm playing on Nightmare, I
Like a
really
madman.
need to upgrade Jesus.
Yeah,
I
that
really
was
need
some
to.
frames. To upgrade, what are you thinking about?
Hold on.
Nice.
I need to upgrade my.
Pinky gets the blood punch.
All right.
Ooh, I like that. Nice interruption.
I need to upgrade all of my tools,
Yep. It's tool
and
time.
I need to.
About to get
yeah.
Tim Allen up in here.
Up-
I can't remember.
Upgrading the tools is key. Not walking into any fight
All right.
without
blood punch ready.
Yeah, blood punch has to be ready.
It's good. Nice. And there we go. I love the way that the damage shows so well on the Hell Knights. You said that Hell Knights in a
Yeah.
previous stream we did are your favorite. Maybe if you had to choose your favorite baby, I know it's hard to do, but Hell Knights might be
Yeah.
your favorite, right?
Absolutely, because I think that they. Oh,
No fuel
I'm
yet.
out.
Pip is almost there. You got about another 2 seconds. All right, chainsaw's back. Oh yeah. I like this backseat driving I'm doing. I feel like I'm in, like my hair is blowing
Yes.
and I'm like not driving, so I'm just like fancy free, just looking at the odometer, the speedometer, telling you what speed we're at here. Is it secret encounter time? Should we do it?
We're not doing the secret encounter. Not with this frame rate. like
That's fair.
we're gonna
We're letting that
gonna
one
let
go.
that go.
That's the one that got away. Ooh, nice. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. It's fair. It's fair and honest. We keep it fair and honest. Okay, speaking of which, questions. I've been slacking. All right. Next question is from Dolly Hikari. The question is as follows. Did female Night Sentinels exist in the story in Doom? Female Night Sentinels, yes or
Oh
no?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, whether or not, yeah, I definitely female warriors. I think, for sure, they're a warrior society, not unlike the Spartans. So I think that there's
Ooh, this is
that guy just kind of biffed himself. Yeah, definitely warriors,
word.
female warriors.
You heard it
Okay,
here first. Okay, what do you
So-
got? What do you got?
No more donations. We got one to give if I feel like it. If I
That's
feel
right.
like it.
We're
Chad.
making withdrawals, folks. You heard it. We're making
That's
withdrawals.
right. So let's get all the goodies.
We're about to go to your Italian restaurant,
So
are we not?
one thing I wanted to do is
Yeah.
that I wish that there were more cracks on the doors. That when you cracked it open, you would actually just this area just feels like it's so ready for secrets. Okay.
Yeah, fair.
I kind of want to just get these.
Before you get nuts, I got a question that we actually got asked last week, and it's a great question, so I'm glad it was asked again this week. This is from Marlicht1. The question is, hey, Hugo, are you able to tell us what the blue translucent bodies that are hooked up to tubes are inside of the walls of Urdak?
Blue translucent bodies. I mean, they're specifically like nothing's too specific other than they are engineers, so they kind of create things, and that is just one of their many creations and experiments.
Nice.
In progress. That was, and I'm just being honest. Like I wanted to make sure that we sold the idea that they were engineers of the Doom universe, and
I love that you hit that button first. You're like, elevator, please, and then the shit just breaks below you. All right.
God, this is killing my combos, dude. Like I don't know if you noticed this, but like every time my combo,
it's slowing down majorly.
it's just like raw.
We'll fix this before next week, but
Yes,
for this
we
week
will.
you're being a champ and just playing through it.
Listen, we're not going to stop, chat. It's
Exactly.
not going to stop us.
Can't stop it.
You really can't.
Look at this Italian restaurant.
The I think I would say that it would probably stop a millennial, but something like this would not stop a boomer. Let's be honest.
That's right.
So,
this is just what we're used to. It's like, you know what?
we're used to difficulties and hardships, and
Exactly.
well, technically, we've had this conversation. Am I? We're not boomers. That's the thing. Like
Yeah, that's
boomers
true.
are like my parents.
Yeah. Our parents
So like
are actually boomers.
I'm actually Gen X. So you know,
Yeah,
like
same.
the depressing rock era of the '90s. That is me.
That speaks to you. That's
So-
your language.
That
Yeah.
speaks to me, absolutely. So,
100%.
and Gen X, people wrote articles about Gen X people recently being super good at COVID isolation. By the way, we're so not getting that.
Berserk?
Yeah, we're not getting.
Ooh, leaving it. Okay, I like this.
Oh, I don't use that stuff. Come on.
I feel like I
that
just
is
like went into your
for
closet. I was
noobs.
like, is there any Berserk in here? You're like, no, I don't use that stuff. You're looking in the wrong place. You're like, I said I was Gen X. Gen X don't use Berserk. Okay.
That's right.
That's
we
fair.
may have to use Berserk right now, but
That's only because it's right now. Okay, so just stay with us. It's for
oh
you
God,
guys. It's for the
give
entertainment.
me the stuff and the things.
Oh boy. All right, it's sweaty, but we're okay. There's a pinky on the loose. Okay, it's Berserk time. No. Okay.
No.
Not yet. Okay. You don't
All
have
right,
blood punch yet.
I need a thing.
You need some fodder
boy.
to get blood punch. Ooh, that's one last donation. It's only because it's a pinky and they're just so cute, so we had to give it away. But that pinky is
Oh,
not
God.
so cute. All right, it's time for chainsaw.
We do need a chainsaw.
Ooh, but the Mankey
God,
was
we're
in the
chugging.
kitchen.
We're chugging with the
when-
frame rate is just
We
like
are.
God.
But it's also Chef Mancubus in there cooking up some flame-broiled Slayer. You never like to see that. It's not ideal. It's
It
not
is,
ideal. You better hit that thing,
this-
get the switch going. Whoopsie daisy, there goes the floor. All right, soundtrack is kicking though, so chat is here for it.
Oh yeah.
There's F's being thrown around in chat. Respect is being shown. Couple RIPs, couple of tombstones. Feels Berserk, man. Well played, well played. I see a unicorn.
Oh, we
49
didn't
chopper.
picking up dessert. What are you crazy?
Yeah.
All right, backstep, grenade,
Ooh, yeah.
flame,
This is it.
bam.
Look,
rocket.
frames be
Take
damned.
that.
This is it.
Skadoosh. Did you see the way I just backed out of that,
That was a
chat?
beauty.
My goodness.
Because you saved yourself from all of that self-damage from that
Seriously,
massive
it's just
rocket
like-
launcher boom. Ooh, and you got them bunched up nicely right now. Ooh, yeah.
That's right.
Love to see that flame belch come out in full form
That's what I'm
before the
saying.
glory
You
kill.
youngsters with your keyboards.
What are you
can't
typing
hang-
with those things? What are
Seriously,
you
exactly.
doing?
What are you doing? Your taxes over there with your W keys and stuff. This is how it's done, kids.
This is it. boys
Listen,
and
when I
girls.
was little, oh my God, that was a donation. I was out of donations.
Look, when I was little, On Fire burned down. I had to walk up this flame both
That's
ways,
right.
up and down the hills.
Listen, when we were kids, we had to play a Nintendo,
Yeah.
and if you saw what that controller looked like,
Oh,
it was
man.
like a friggin', it was like just a brick.
It's
with buttons on
I
it.
think it's the most opposite of ergonomic ever made, possibly.
No,
It's the original
it,
NES
uh,
controller.
It
It's just a
literally made your fingers bleed. I mean, if you played on that thing, every kid knows you would get blisters. That's how bad it was.
It's true. And then in games like, oh, I don't know, Ghosts and Goblins, like, do you think that game gave an F? It didn't give an F. It was trying to make you bleed. It wanted you
No,
to memorize
absolutely.
everything in the
And-
game, every pattern.
And you just kept playing.
Yeah.
That's what it was like, chat.
Yeah.
Anybody's finger ever bleed hitting the W key? I don't think so.
Question.
Maybe it
answer?
has. I say that, but I wouldn't even know. Watch Bite Me's gonna be like, dude,
true.
take a look at my fingers. And they're like super calloused. You know, like he's got like the fingers of Stevie Ray Vaughan or something.
He's like,
you know, like,
it's true. I see a lot
oh
of
god,
people.
if
in
my
chat.
if I didn't have frame rate issues,
This would be done already.
this would be finished.
thing of the past. This would be a restaurant
right.
we came in, we're like, check please, and you're out. Easy,
That's
easy peasy.
right. This would be done.
I love how that lore is
Yeah.
behind the counter back there. It's a nice touch.
Do I
Looks
have
like a menu.
the? I don't even actually have the. Here, you take this.
Yeah, little donation there. Nice.
Ah.
Oh, a little too far away from the fire. All right, this
Take out
this
the
gotta
weak
go,
point.
gotta go. There
You
we
die.
go. Ooh, Whippy's. Whippy's coming in. Whippy's coming in hot.
Yeah. And they get crazy, those
Yeah.
whiplashes, man, with those ground furrows. By the way, those ground furrows seek you out, as
No matter
many
where
people
you're
know.
at. Yeah. Ooh, nice
So what we
little
need to
PB
do is
there.
we need to thin out the herd.
Okay,
Take that out. Now that's not a threat anymore.
like it.
Punch
Love the
him
blood
in the
punch.
face.
All right, HP's back.
Blood punches.
Dropping off a little.
I
frag grenade
definitely
for
need
later.
some glory kills,
Yeah.
but I'll just take a quick death.
Here we go. Glory kill coming up. 3, 2, 1. Glory
Get that
kill.
one
Okay. Pass.
nice and that was like a slow-mo glory kill. Look at that.
Ooh. Okay. Still works.
Bam in the face.
Oh, here it is.
Grenade,
Here
ice,
it is. Ooh.
grenade.
Chef's
Oh
kiss.
god,
That'll work.
Frame
Look at
rate
the
issues.
resources, though.
the
That was
combos.
nice. I'm telling you,
The
dude.
combos that I'm laying down.
You're out here throwing haymakers.
I'm throwing haymaker combos.
Telling you. Uh-oh. Whippy's out. Whippy's out. It's
And
about to-
Josh, were you a so in the neighborhoods growing up,
Yeah.
there were two kinds of kids. There was the kids who thought the original God, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
We're taking that out of the game. Whatever hit me will be gone by Monday.
We looked at the menu and there was steak and we thought that was a mistake. We removed that shit. It's out. It's
That's
out of the
right.
game. Don't worry about it. Okay.
there were
neighborhoods.
two
Yeah.
kids in the neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
There were kids who thought that Mortal Kombat was better on Genesis, and then there were kids who knew it was better on Super Nintendo. So
Yeah.
the very first Mortal Kombat came out, and it was like this huge beef in the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Because, well, it was a huge beef to me because it pissed me off that anybody thought that Super Nintendo's wasn't better,
Yeah.
wasn't the best version. But
Yeah.
the issue was Super Nintendo's version
Mm-hmm.
didn't have blood, but it had smoother animations.
Yeah.
And
Way
so
smoother.
as a gamer, I was just like, dude, who cares that it's got a little spray of blood? Like
Yeah.
the animations are like a gazillion times better.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was the big debate. Then the other big debate was Freddy versus Jason. When we were kids, we had to imagine who would win that fight.
To
I used to
pick
debate
that?
that with my friend all the time.
I mean, Freddy seems unfair with like the whole entering dreams thing because like if Jason
Yes.
dreams, that's a problem. That's a big problem because he has no power in that dream versus
Yes.
Freddy having all the power. But outside of a dream, like how does Jason lose, right?
That was always the conversation, and then we
Yeah.
got to see that, which is so cool. I mean,
Yeah.
that is the coolest thing when we get to see these mashups.
Totally.
You know, over time. Although my beef is, and I actually think, I don't know, at this point, Freddy vs. Jason is an old movie.
Yeah.
So this is like chat's listening to us, and this is like listening to our parents talk about like John Wayne movies or something.
Yeah,
They're just like,
seriously.
Jesus Christ, dude, stop
They're
talking
like,
about
so
this.
everybody's a cowboy and like it's black and
Yes.
white. What happened? What happened, you guys?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
But I actually do think, personally, if everybody still remembers that movie, I thought Freddy vs. Jason was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it is good.
Like, it was like a good movie.
yeah.
You know, albeit like popcorn and stupid, but
Oh,
I thought
sure.
it was like well done.
But it knew
And
what
then-
it was. It wasn't like trying to be something else
Yes.
either. You know what I mean? It was self-aware.
But to be honest, Predator versus Alien, on the other hand, damn, like that was like, dude, what is going on?
I
like,
know.
and I just, yeah,
And
They-
I mean,
they-
on paper, you're like, yes, Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
totally.
Like it was everybody was so hyped for it. I remember we saw it in the theater and we walked out and we were like, well, what are we doing for the
Yes.
rest of the night? Because we're not
So-
talking
well,
about
actually,
what just happened.
Oh, jeez. To segue, you know what, Josh? That's what he gets.
There it is, dude. Lock on with whippies. That is my
Yes.
answer every time. I'm like, I respect whiplashes and that furrow too much to let them exist not in a lock on universe. You're gonna leave the menu there? Leave that codex for later? Okay. See what's on the menu?
I'm trying to get. All right, she
ammo
needs
ski?
to freeze.
All right. Freeze
She's
and
way
then,
too excited about everything.
telling you, she's
The
moving around well too. Getting distance. Okay, here we go. It's go time. Oh! Who's hitting us from behind? All right, get rid of her. Oh, there's another one. Oh my.
I will not grab that thing.
I love how you're avoiding it still. I respect that big time. Okay.
All
Maybe
right,
go to the kitchen.
ammo.
Get to the kitchen. Get the hell
I'm
out
gonna
of here.
take my friggin' 25 frames per
Ooh,
second.
okay, beautiful. Sushimi is on the menu, boys.
Oh, that was an
berserk,
accident, chat.
berserk.
Watch this. You know what, chat? Refuse. Refuse
Oh,
to use.
running out the timer.
That's
Okay,
right.
running
This is
out
for
the timer.
posers. No, I'm not killing any. Yeah, exactly. We're not killing anything with that.
Okay, all
It should be
right.
taken out of the game. I was forced to put that in the game. No, I'm just kidding.
We're gonna undesign this game right now.
That's
Berserk is
right.
out. Sorry, it's not on the menu anymore. Wrong restaurant. Wrong
That's right.
crowd.
That's right.
We read the Yelp reviews. You guys don't want it on the menu. It's out. All right.
That-
Ooh, my. You don't see that Whiplash Glory kill that often. That is a beauty. Oh,
Oh,
my.
God.
These prowlers.
These guys
though.
are crazy. Oh, God. I forgot. I got cornered. Stupid imp.
Too much push forward, not enough
right,
push
all right,
back.
all
It's
right.
all right. We got this.
This
We got
is
this
it.
now. Yeah. To answer the question from a minute ago, in the neighborhood, my friends had Genesis, and I didn't understand why for many reasons. Like, the only Castlevania they got that was unique was Rondo of Blood, and it is legit. But now that we're in 20 million years, you can play that on 800 systems now. So Rondo of Blood is no longer a Sega Genesis exclusive. And yeah,
Oh,
Street Fighter 2 Turbo is better on there. NBA Jam is better on there on Super Nintendo, and so is Mortal Kombat.
The one thing that Genesis had, that was embarrassing right there. The one thing that Genesis had
Alien Soldier.
that
by
was
Treasure. That's a good
Altered
game.
Beasts.
Altered
I mean,
Beast is tight.
yeah,
Altered Beast is
like
tight.
I
That
remember
was their
going to my
launch
buddy's
title.
house,
Yeah.
and he had Altered Beasts, and I was like, my brain was melted.
Dude, that transformation animation where
Oh,
you
it's
see
it's
so
rise from your grave. I mean, that
Yes.
was so awesome.
tight. It is tight. I do remember like
Dude.
walking through a video,
Okay.
like, you know, video game stores all had like that big like CRT TV up front, and they would just play like Altered Beast, like the opening on repeat, and you're just sitting there like, it felt
Yeah.
like something you'd never seen before. It was incredible. Altered Beast is tight. I mean,
It was.
it doesn't age as well as some of the other ones did, but the concept is still rad. It's still a cool game. But it did not age as well as, let's say, any Castlevania ever made. But that's okay. They can't all age that well.
All right, we have to take out weak points.
Yeah.
We have to leave enemies into weakened state.
Yeah, we got to play it. We got to go back.
We got to
the
play
board.
for real. We got to find. Bam, you get that.
You know what is interesting though is like, in my later years, when you know you're an adult and you can just have whatever you want, so you just spend your money on dumb crap. Like,
I mean, clearly, because I mean, the beginning of every show could basically be like, "Here's how Hugo wasted money this week."
Hugo's
But,
purchases online, IRL, like the showcase. Yeah, totally.
That's right.
But
Oh, that's the coolest part is all that stuff as you get older. I mean, I don't know if it's like obviously not like this for everybody,
Sure.
but yeah, as you get older, all the stupid things that you wanted as a kid,
yeah,
you know,
you can
get
just
to-
have.
You can have it.
Yeah. So speaking
Exactly.
of, I got into this whole phase in my life where I was doing like arcade restorations, but in doing that, I got into like the really deep, hardcore retro gaming community. Let's even talk about Genesis and Super Nintendo. Okay, there is a thing called RGB, which is obviously, you know, red, green, blue. But the deal is this. In America, we had those crappy connectors that we called RCA connectors, which was just the yellow for the video, or sometimes just RF, which is just the coax, which is even shittier. But you would just have the yellow that you plugged into the back of your TV for video, and then the white and the red would be stereo sound, the left and the right channels. Well, in Europe, they had what's called SCART. And SCART is actual true RGB output, which is exactly as the game designers made the game. So the colors are perfectly represented. Nothing is washed out, so on and so forth. Okay, take that one step further. Sony, everybody knows Sony from PlayStation, everything else. Back in the day, they used to make this series of TVs called Trinitrons. Trinitrons were tight. They were kind of the industry standard, but there was one higher tier than Trinitrons called PVMs. These monitors were used in a lot of like hospitals, and like video editors would use these because they're like color perfect. They have more horizontal lines than any television on the market. So when you put and you pair something like a Genesis Series 1 with RGB SCART out, which is just, I feel like I'm just saying terms and letters now. When you pair that with a Genesis and a PVM, I played Sonic and I was like, oh, okay, it's a gorgeous game. Because I've always seen it on like RF, you know, straight into the back of the coaxial TV, and it looked like buns. I always thought that game looked like buns. And then I saw it on a PVM monitor and I was like, I see the light. But still, sorry, Super Nintendo wins.
So I'm sorry, and you're able to do this like recently?
Yeah, I did this for like a couple years ago. I mean, PVM monitors are hard to find. You got to find them on like Craigslist or eBay, and they go for a ton. Even like a 12 or 13-inch PVM monitor might be like $500. But again, hobbies are expensive, and if you love something and you want to spend your money on it, you're an adult. You do whatever the hell you want to do, responsibly, of course. But yeah,
that's right.
You can have it. You can have all the scan lines. You can have all the perfect colors as they were designed. Dude, those Prowlers are getting, they're getting that ass.
They are getting me, these mothers. and also, I'm curious because I have to check.
Yeah.
I suspect there's something going on, but
people are saying that you're entering the fun zone, you're entering the gaming zone, you are ready to zone out and zone in.
Oh, that's what it is. Is that? Oh, okay. No. Am I able to?
What are you thinking?
Hold on.
Okay, we're going into settings.
I want to see something really quick.
Okay. We're testing some difficulty things.
So that was that always? Hey, chat.
Yeah, I think that table was always
Chat, tell me,
indestructible.
was that table always unable to be moved?
Chat, what do you got?
Come on, experts of Doom.
I believe that table was always an unbreakable
That table was
thing.
always stable.
Yeah. Stable table, is that true?
Stable table. Okay.
People are yelling at me to tell you to use Berserk. I will not do this, chat. I will not do this.
We don't use Berserk. Yeah. Come on.
We're too old to use Berserk. You have to let these not boomers, these Gen Xers, just run our head into the wall until we're satisfied, and we are almost there.
All right, I'll tell you what. I will. Oh God, gonna die.
I'm seeing so many mixed things in chat. I'm seeing unsure. I'm seeing nope. I'm seeing yes. I don't even know who's trolling who now. If you guys have a video of the table being broken in an earlier build, send it to myself, Tokyo Punch Out, on Discord, because I want to see it, because I don't believe you. I think it was always unbreakable. But prove me wrong. I'd love to see it. Oh boy, Mancubus up close. Bad news. All right, good distance. Ooh, okay. Oh, sit down, lay down. Okay, we got
the only reason why we're dying
What's
is
the only
because
reason?
of frame rate, which may justify the use of the Berserk. Maybe.
Okay. What is our skill level right now? Did we bump it back up to Nightmare, or are we still in the lower?
Yeah, no, we're definitely in
Nightmare.
Nightmare.
Okay. Definitely. All right.
All right, we just gotta
Somebody
keep
says
moving.
the entire room can be destroyed. There's just blatant
Ah,
lies.
God damn it!
Let it run out. It's okay. It's just a.
We're gonna kill.
Oh.
We might
Dude.
kill a couple things.
Come
that
on.
was
The
an
glory
accident,
kills are
but
so good, though. They're so good.
We'll kill a few things.
Okay, just for fun, just for chat.
That's right, just for chat.
Nothing like a 1-2.
So
punch
that's
for
the thing,
that.
is that the arena is designed for you to use, you know. Oh, I know why I'm dying.
Why is it?
It's no.
What is it? Tell us the secret.
There's a when you play when you play Nightmare on a controller, because you don't have
you have 2
hold on.
pips of chainsaw, by the way. So chainsaw away here. Uh-oh. He was running away, that's why. He was in animation. Alright. Grenades are being thrown. Ooh, the whippy though. The whippy does not like you standing still.
I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it in a reasonable amount of time.
You got
with this frame rate issue.
You got
just logging this game down right now.
You're downloading the frame drops now, and I think you're getting more used to it. I see this. This is the one.
Yes.
This is the run. Chat, is this the one? I feel like this is the one.
All right, we'll do one more try, chat, and then we'll lower it.
They're saying that your FOV is too low. If we up the FOV, it's gonna make less frames happen, not more frames happen.
Oh God, yeah. We're gonna get all kinds of.
All right, I'm seeing
All right,
get
you
good
just
being
need
turned
to.
around.
What you need to do is just
What
take
is
it
it?
kind of one.
One piece at a time, right? All right, Mancubus, chess piece, about to be off the board.
Yeah, and you gotta. I gotta keep burning.
Yeah.
Engage.
Flame Belch is back now. Nice.
Ah, you stupid thing.
No, you got it still. You got it still. Nice PB to Ballista. That Pinky's coming after you. All right. Bunch of fodder here. Good opportunity. One more glory kill and you get your blood punch back. You have flame available right now. Flame Belch is up. Love it. All right. We got a flame belch him too. Glory, that blood punch is, there we go, is used perfectly on a Pinky to one-shot that Pinky. Give it that old deadly cross. All right, looking good, looking good. Little frame drop never hurt anybody, okay? Hugo is in the zone, as you can see, by the concentration. The Mancubus, all the destructible parts missing. Arachnotron trying to body block. Ooh, very nice. Oh, all of the grenades, all of
Jesus
the...
Christ, look at this. What
Who
is
needs
happening?
frames? Who needs them? Who needs them with this much DPS, okay? I love it.
Oh my God, that is ridiculous.
Who the hell needs frames?
Oh my God.
When you got this
What
much
is happening?
DPS, okay? Dude, dropping frames and just grabbing names, taking names. Ooh, nice dash, not touching that berserk. That was slick. I like that. All right, let's see here. Okay, through the telly. We need some. You got flame belch up. We need some more armor right now. And
Yes, we do.
I think whiplashes need lock on maybe. I think that's what they're asking for. I think I heard the whispers. Okay, remote detonate will work too. But it takes a lot longer. Okay, she's ready. She's ready. Another one behind you. There we go. Oop, 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 oop. All right, we're looking okay. Remember, flame belch is up. And you have frag grenades ready too. There we go. Is that another whippy? Oh my God. I love the sound of whiplashes, by the way. Chad and the team, you guys are out of your mind. I love how threatening that rattle is. Every time I hear it, I'm like, oh God. Lock on rocket, that's the answer. Get over off the board. Ooh, you love to see that glory kill. It's so satisfying. Oh, okay, she's ready, she's ready. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, it's about to be Prowler time. You know what to do. Get the Prowlers off the board. Respect the Prowlers. And respect that Cyber Mankey up close. Oh God, don't get too close. Oh, I love it. Took off the armor. Frag grenades are
Fucking
out.
frame rates, my God.
Oh, the Prowler. Okay, good distance. Oh, zip a daisy.
I can't lock onto them. I don't like to do that.
Yeah, yeah, okay. No berserk. No,
Oh, God.
Oh, the melee is real. Okay, okay. All right, ready, ready. Oh, very nice flame belch. Getting the resources back.
The
Cyber Mankey's still on the board too. Be careful on the other side. Okay. Is
Boom!
that? Is that? Are we moving on? You guys see it here first. Look, when you go to Hugo Martin's Italian restaurant, you eat the way that he cooks the food. Okay.
That's right.
That's the chef. Okay. You order the chef special.
I can't even. The chat. I don't know how you guys do this because I can't possibly not have this ridiculous look on my face while I do this because I'm just concentrating as
We
best
call
I
that
can.
that's street. That's the Marauder mouth. We talked about that earlier. That's
that's
all
right.
it is. That's full concentration. That's what it looks like.
So honestly, though, like that was so much fun. The frustrating part was obviously the frame rate situation, but and we'll get that solved. That's my computer. But
I see people throwing
like,
first
what
tries in chat. First try. That's right.
yeah, what was so fun about that was just I knew how to do it. I just needed to do it like the right thing. You know, like
Yeah.
you kind of have to break down the combat encounter and tackle tackle one thing at a time. What I was going to say about controller play. So, what you for a little pro tip for controller players who don't like have a scuff or an elite controller or back paddles of any kind. The enemies on Nightmare are targeting you. They're basically more guys are throwing their heavy attacks at any given time. So you're kind of like an F-22, and all the enemy aircraft are targeting you at the same time. On mouse and keyboard, you have massive advantages of being able to like turn around and just move and shoot at the same time fluidly. With back paddles, you could kind of do the same, which is you could jump and shoot fluidly, obviously not with the same precision. So when you're playing with a base controller on Nightmare, my best advice to everybody is just really it really forces you to play the game at the way it's asking you to play it. Like take out those weak points, prioritize those targets, use all your tools, play with a really tactical game of Doom, but also try to move your character around as much as you can. Like never stand still, because at any given time people are targeting you. So when I said, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing wrong, it's that I get into this habit of like shimmying myself around, and it's a good technique to use if you don't have paddles and you're not playing on mouse and keyboard. Basically if you actually have skill and you want to play Doom Eternal, the right way.
Well, it's one of those things, right? Like in 2016, it was all +4.
I love talking crap to all the mouse and keyboard players because I'm jealous. I can't do it
Pull
like
off
they
the
do.
craziness and the combos and the DPS.
That's right. And I'm old. And
when jealous old people come at you, they come at you right in the front, right center.
They come at you with massive frame rate problems, and
yeah. And Devil May Cry attitudes, okay? Devil May Care, because
that's right.
Because it's just about clearing the board one frame at a time, which you are watching in real time.
we are having serious.
Oh man, I love this.
What is happening?
Sometimes it's too fast. Sometimes it's a slideshow, but it's always where it needs to be because you're still alive. I'm sorry, you're still alive. This is the first. This is the first try right now.
Chat, I am like literally acquiring target. Switching now.
Look, the targeting system is on cooldown, okay? So just cool out. Just cool out.
This is gonna be the Twitch stream of the week.
That's it.
Watch the director play Doom at 10 frames per second.
That's all you need. We're proving it right now, okay?
Yeah.
Do you have a potato? You can play just like this. It's fine. Hook
hey,
up your
chat,
potato.
you're playing Arc Complex all the time. Like,
yeah.
This isn't a thing, right, chat? Now, I haven't played the live version of Arc Complex in a while, but certainly it's never been like this. It's got to be the stream situation.
This is definitely that. I think it's just
one
of those
you
things
play
where
Josh like every week.
Yeah.
So
I play all the time. But yeah, it's one of those things where it probably just needs a reboot, but we are too busy having fun. And honestly, I feel like sometimes
it's added to the drama chat. Just remember that I did this.
Yeah,
at 2 frames per second.
Remember when we animated a PowerPoint presentation for you live and in person?
That's right.
You were there when that happened.
We gave you Doom Eternal, the stop motion animation version of Nightmare.
Exactly. So you're welcome. And you were there when, so you can take that. You can take that to the grave.
Hey, want to know something?
Yeah.
That right there, that takes a lot of time and money. So shout out to the people who make that stuff. Alembic moments in the game, something we didn't have in Doom 2016, and we did in this one. It was awesome. Look at the art, the crazy geo that Lear and his team do. We have
hats off all the way off.
We have such an awesome team. We have openings on our team, by the way. We are hiring. Ooh. If you would like to be a part of this madness, I have a soft spot for people who have a real passion for Doom. Don't think that you need to have a
resume that's
degree
longer than
as someone with a fancy degree. I don't believe that you need one.
That's fair.
To be a game designer, I think that you have to have passion. You think about like Jerry Keehan. Jerry went to the Air Force. He just started modding games and messing around, on his own.
Because he loved to do it. Yeah.
And
look at him now.
So, but of course, if you're attending Full Sail or any of we have lots of employees from Full Sail. It's a great school.
Yeah.
Or we have a game school Guildhall here. Which produces some tremendous talent. and oh geez,
Oh, the floor.
and
Where'd it go?
wanted to keep you on your toes with that stuff. That was something that like make it feel like it was some kind of experience where like you were walking through and the level was constantly keeping you on your toes.
Love it.
So chat, what else do you want to know? Ask me questions.
All
Try
right.
and throw me off.
All right, here's some
If
questions.
the frame rate can't stop me, your questions are not going to stop me.
All right, here's a question from somebody we're a big fan of, all of his streams and his demeanor and just his character and his candor. This is King Dime coming at you, Speedrunner King
What's
Dime.
up, buddy?
Question is this. When creating the Slayer gates, were you concerned in development about spoiling new enemies before they show up in the game?
No, that was the reward for playing them.
Nice.
Wanted to make
a
wanted
little
to
surprise,
make,
a little secret, a little sneak peek, kind of a reward.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. That's very cool. All right. Next question. Ultra Nubulatrix. I don't know. I butchered it. All right. Hey, Hugo, you mentioned that Doom Eternal did not have multiple universes. However, in the Holt, there was a Shattered Earth. The Doom 64 levels explain that Doom Guy came from the 7th universe Earth, and Doom 1, 2, 64 can only be connected to Doom Eternal through multiple universes. So, is there a continuity error? That's the question from a name I can't
No,
pronounce.
so like we didn't want to rely heavily on like the Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse version of multiple dimensions. There are different, so it's not a multiverse. There are other dimensions, but I guess I said like we don't lean on it narratively speaking in terms of like well, there's just a bunch of Slayers.
Yeah.
I don't like. Could there be? Yeah. I mean, it has multiple dimensions. Like there is. So the way it works is there is only one original dimension, and there are no multiple versions of, and that is hell.
Yeah.
It is that will play a point in the story when you read the lore. There's a reason for that. So for those that care. And then but when I get asked, like, is it a multiverse thing? Is it a multiverse thing? It's not a multiverse in the narrative sense of like, yeah, there's multiple Slayers. Could there be multiple Slayers? Sure. But like, it's just not, as you saw with Doom Eternal, as people, saw with DLC 1 and stuff like that, it's not a part of the story that we kind of like use. But there are just many dimensions for sure.
Love it. Shout out to...
Oh, by the way, this arena is super hard, and it was way harder.
I love this arena.
Yeah, it was way harder at one point. By the way, shout out James Sellon Special.
James Sellon, wherever you are out there, we love you. Well played.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Well played, sir. Shout out to so many people in chat. My God. Okay. What was I just gonna say? I lost my. Okay. We're back. Oh, here. I'm in a post right now. Somebody was asking about jobs. I just posted from the Bethesda thing. Jobs.zenimax.com. That's where you can always look for any job available at id Software or anything under the ZeniMax umbrella.
Yeah, you guys
apply through
if
there.
you want to know,
take a look.
What it takes to be a game designer, obviously you gotta. It begins like with anything, in any profession. It begins with a love of that medium.
Right.
Like you're not, yes, you got to learn things. You got to, like it's not to say that anybody can do game design or car design or any of those things, but it really does begin with a passion for the medium. So, it's nothing more than saying like, God, I love games.
Yeah.
And it starts with that.
And then you start to acquire skills. You start to do your research.
Yeah,
play
that's
everything.
it.
You start to pay more attention, and then
Totally.
try to mod and do your own stuff. Yeah.
I have to do like right now. I'm playing Hollow Knight, and
It's a great game.
I'm taking a break from Blasphemous. I'm not done yet.
Yeah, it's a good game to put down sometimes because you don't want to get too frustrated with it. It's easy to get frustrated with Blasphemous because there are choke points where it's just like, if you don't do this jump puzzle right, guess what? Keep doing it. That's it. That's
and you guys know that's my jam, but like obviously it's a different kind of game. But like I love the feeling of the combat in that game. Like it's just a really good feeling game.
Yeah.
Shout out to those devs.
Oh yeah.
And I'm playing Hollow Knight now too, which is a sadistic, adorable little game.
It's
and
really cool.
yeah, they like to make their enemies like super cute, and then they smash the crap out of you. It's hilarious, but it's a really good game. Really enjoy that. So I'm just playing a bunch of stuff right now.
Nice. I see chat.
After that,
Yeah,
there's a there's another game that I have on my list.
On your like backlog,
Jamming
what is
through
it?
2D action platformers, and then
Did you ever play
what is
Shovel
the-
Knight?
no,
Any of the
Shovel Knight is on my list.
They're
I want to
really,
play
really
that.
good. Yacht Games knows what they're doing. Speaking of which, Cyber Shadow just came out under Yacht Games, made by a single dude, and that's getting really, really good reviews. I haven't messed with it yet. It just came out last week, I
Yeah.
think. But see some
I didn't
shout-outs.
finish Hades. I made it really, really far,
Yeah.
and so I will pick that up again.
I feel like it's an easier one to pick up too, though, because you've like acquired those like kind of permanent unlocks and the weapons and stuff. So that's one that's because sometimes with the platformer stuff, when you're doing the 2D platformers, it's really hard to pick it back up because you like forget the pathing. You know what I mean? Like in Blasphemous, like you can't put it down for too long, or otherwise you're like, I don't know where the hell everything is anymore. I've lost my train of like where things go. But Hades, because of like the rogue, like it's kind of like Dead Cells that way, where like you get the permanent upgrades, so you kind of can like jump back in and pick it up pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, an interesting comparison too. I mean, like a mechanically a simple game, you know, but the depth is in how the roguelike plays out and your ability to you know, over time expand your characters.
Like their moveset, their power ups, all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. Exactly.
But mechanically, I mean, it's a very accessible game in that regard. So I like it for that. I think Doom is obviously with the weapon switching and the things we asked you to do. Like, we're not gonna. No one button press will solve
any problem. You have to
yeah,
string it all together just right.
As you can see.
Yeah, exactly. I'm seeing shout-outs in chat too for the Messenger. That's another kind of like Ninja Gaiden-esque game.
Oh, dude, that's what I want to play. Is the Messenger?
Oh yeah.
Yes, that is the game that
really
was on my list, and it looked so good, and I'm itching to actually play it right now because I want to get into it so bad, but I can't jump around. I got to get.
No, yeah.
I mean, I want to get far enough in Hollow Knight. If I finish it, I finish it. But I want to be far enough in it that I feel like I understand it. There's I don't like to stop playing a game until I've experienced its fun zone. Like,
yeah.
You know, and then I feel okay like leaving.
Like you got your like teeth into it enough where you like get what the best part of it is.
Mayo wrote a review of Cyberpunk that I appreciated because he played it. Like I don't like when like people will play something just a little bit and then, you know, jump on the keyboard and give an opinion about it because you haven't really experienced, you know, what the game had to offer. You can fall into the fun zone of a game, get there and be like, okay, I understand this. It's just not the kind of fun zone that I like.
Yeah.
You know, particularly. So, which is kind of like what his review was. But it was.
But it was like.
And I like the Cyberpunk, by the way. But but he took the time to. So that's what I try to do. Is I really try to take the time to play a game and get to that fun zone feeling of like, okay, you know, I'm into it. I'm in the groove. I understand what they're trying to do, and I'm engaged.
All right, it's getting sweaty here. You gotta get some HP.
It is getting sweaty. I gotta concentrate.
You have 2 pips, and there's a third one behind you if you want to go for a super heavy. But that carcass has got to get taken care of.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we all know that, like, it absolutely comes down to addressing.
Nice burn.
Jesus Christ.
That frame rate. Who needs it? Who needs frames? Who needs frames when you got this ballista?
That was insane.
That was.
That was just nuts. Like, raw.
Right. All right. Next question is coming from none other than some kind of. Oh wait, we did that one already.
Oh my God, we must kill this thing.
All right.
Oh, thank God he's dead.
You got it. All right. Geek and Gamer. Question is, why do we need to know the extent of the Dark Lord's power? Would we already assume he's powerful because he's Satan? But what else? So the question is kind of like, why do we need to know the extent?
I can't explain that because I'll give away the arc of the story.
Okay.
So
that's a TBD.
But it will it's a big deal.
Okay, and we will know it in maybe playing part 2 of Ancient Gods coming soon. So okay, that's fair. I'm seeing shout also in chat. Shout outs to, of course, Contra 3 on Super Nintendo, which was a marvelously hard and good game, and also
What is it? What is it?
Blazing Chrome. It's like one of the newer, but it's a couple years old now. But it's like indie devs made as close as it gets to like a really amazingly good, very Contra-like game. Not as much Metal Slug, more like Contra. Blazing Chrome's really good. I think it's also free on Game Pass on the PC side of Microsoft Game Pass. Maybe even on the Xbox side. I'm not sure if it still is, but I know it was at some point recently. A lot of shout outs, though. It's good. I mean, this is what I love also about the Doom community is like, you guys
we're all hardcore gamers.
Yeah, it's like we main Doom, of course. Like that is like, we blood, sweat, and tears on Doom, but it's like, yo, I mean, shout outs all over the place. Like 2D, 3D, every kind of game type are just being thrown around in chat. Like all really great recommendations. I'm seeing Furry, Sundered, all these. Like these are amazing games and all totally different. So I love that we have like that variety in the community of people that just play everything, because that's what we love too.
Yeah.
We love games because
totally.
they're games.
And especially the type of game that I love it. I mean, chat knows, like, you search for the. I think Josh is I'm actually envious, Josh, right now, because like I search for the game that's going to get its hooks in me. You know, like a game that you enjoy. You visit the fun zone. You're in it. You're like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, time flies by.
Yeah.
You're immersed in their experience. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And then I think what you're having with Demon Souls right now, you know, like when it's like its hooks are in you and you're just like, no, and you really have like this, unlike film, I feel like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 hours, every nuance of the game. Like, like, man, I had that with Bloodborne, dude. Like I was
totally.
just like, with that and Sekiro, I was super, I mean, among many games,
Yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn, I mean,
Like
I
I
Breath
almost
of the Wild,
started
these are
making
more recent games that come to mind, but
Yeah.
like Sekiro, I was so dialed in
Mhm.
to everything. I mean, it was nuts. Like
Yeah.
it was so. I'm envious of what you're going through right now with Demon Souls. I can't play it right now, though.
As soon
That's
as
the
you
thing.
get that
Like,
PlayStation 5, it's gonna
No, well,
change your life.
I also feel like I need to be playing a variety of games, and I feel like that might be a visit
It's
to a
too
genre
deep.
of gaming that I know already.
Yeah,
And
that's fair. That's fair.
So don't get me wrong. Like I want to dive headfirst into that, you
Yeah.
know, but like, I'm like, okay, I've been there before and I want to play as a fan, but like I got work to do. I got to journey into the far reaches of gaming, and see what else is out. Challenge myself. Like I like
Totally.
playing things that I wouldn't typically like.
Mhm.
I think I drive my friends nuts with the texts because when I'm frustrated, I get super passionate about being frustrated.
Yeah,
Like,
and they're like, no, I remember that fight. That fight was tough. That is a tough game. And you're like, no, but you don't understand this one thing in this fight. Yeah, I totally
Yeah.
get it.
So like in the early goings of a game, I don't like, because it's my job. I have to push through. And but usually it's a really interesting experience because, I'll just it's like sports. It's like gotta play the sport enough till I'm at least competent at it. But there's some sports that you don't like.
Yeah.
And you just gotta
You
keep.
can't
going.
like
So-
every sport. Like,
No. But
You-
you know what? What's cool is in what this job has provided me in this industry over the years is a deep appreciation for all genres of gaming.
Yeah.
Because you'll get there if you stick with a game. You will get to their fun zone if it has one, and most games do.
A lot of them do.
So
Yeah. Especially because we live in like such a fortunate time where all these consoles we have get like ports of every generation now. So like I mean, for example, right now, if we're just talking about Doom, if you have a Nintendo Switch, you can play every Doom, every official Doom ever released on your Switch, on a thing you can take.
hey, Josh,
You just left it there. You just left that haste
we
there.
don't do it, Josh.
That's what it is. It's a different
not-
mentality. We're in a different mentality, a different mental space.
This is Gen X.
That's
we're,
what it
we're in a
is.
Gen X approach.
This is the X. We're doing
just
Gen
kind
stuff.
of like a little bit of apathy.
Yeah.
And
A little bit of that, a little bit of angst still, even though we're past. We
Little
should
bit
be.
of angst.
We should be way past that phase. We're never past that phase because it's just a part of us. It's just the DNA of Gen X. That's what it is. You see the haste and you just grin. You just like that it's there, floating, knowing that you could take the easy road, but ignoring it the whole time because you know that it was there and you didn't take it. And
that's right.
That's a feeling you
'Cause
take it.
I don't want it. I don't want the help.
That's right.
We should have cut it from the game.
I'm telling you, man. By the end of this stream series, there's going to be no power-ups left in the game.
That's
We're
right.
gonna start. We're just gonna start peeling these layers back that
Nope.
make it easier.
That was it's one of my favorite things about the shoulder-mounted launcher, is you're able to damage people and burn them at the same time.
Yeah.
It's so satisfying.
It's super satisfying. I get it.
So this
Go ahead.
this puzzle, by the way, God, I want a no clip in here so bad.
Oh, to show
So
off
this
stuff?
puzzle used to be on like a sliding column that went back and forth and asked you to time when you would attach to the wall climb, and then you would go across. But it was causing Jerry and I, Jerry in particular, because he was trying to address the issue, a lot of headaches. So we simplified it.
Had to let that one go.
Part of what we're able to do is you know, when if you got a really good team, you know, it's hokey, but you know, good teams make great games. I say that all the time. It's totally true. So if you got a really good team, what you're able to do is pivot and you can go farther in your game. Like the reason why 2016 doesn't have as many things in it is you know, and moments like this and you know, lightning in hallways. Like, look at how many little things is happening here.
Yeah.
You know, just
and
to
by
kind
the way,
of push engagement.
you're still in the same level, which is nuts, dude. Like, you've seen so many different like variety of spaces and
Oh,
encounters.
dude, I unlocked I got it. See that?
Oh. Your precision bolt's fully mastered right now. You have the exploding head.
Yes.
Oh, game on.
Yes.
Game on. It's just fun times.
What is that? What is that? Wait a minute. Is that untextured?
No. That was good.
No, that had
Yeah.
texture.
That was good.
The that's a secret. That is a secret. So yeah, when you have like a team that has been working together. Oh, that's because I'm playing this on like a low setting.
Yeah. You're on.
Yeah,
you're on the
I was gonna
lowest
say, I'm
textured
like,
version.
dude,
You're like,
what
that
is
doesn't
going
look
on?
right.
That
That
looks like-
doesn't look right.
It does not look good at all.
I feel like we're going to be doing this stream 30, 40 years, maybe 60 years from now, and you're going to be in the retirement home, and I'm going to be standing next to you, and you're going to be like, Tokyo, like that texture. There's something, and I'm like, I'm like, Hugo, we're just yelling at each other. It's fine, move on. You're like, no, that
I'm
texture.
gonna be like, is that how it was in day one?
And I'm like, we're playing the day one release right now. You're like, no, I don't believe you. Show me the version number.
I think you're lying because you want me to stop asking. Oh God.
Oh, very nice. Oh my God, that ice bomb saved the day. No more blood punch. You better put some DPS out. Nice. Wow. In the time too. In time. Very nicely done. Whew. That was very sweaty. VV sweat. We need some ammo, broski. We're running out. We have nothing no shotgun shells and no plasma, or maybe just enough for one ballistic
I'm just
shot.
running around with this limp super
I'm
shotgun.
telling you, it can still
Oh,
meet
this
hooks
is
though.
not good. I can't go in here like this.
No, I think you can, because I think you're thinking about the master level, or am I wrong? I could be wrong.
No.
Is this the Hell Knight?
I'm gonna
Hell Knight time?
I'm gonna get visited by a very angry creature here in a second.
If you wait, oh God, you have a little ammo there, and you're about to get your.
I got
your
enough.
ice bomb.
So I'm gonna have to combo him. Ooh, that's gonna be
8
tight.
rockets.
All right, we're gonna. Where is he?
I think that was
Good
master
game
level.
design. That's what I was gonna say right there. Shout out to id Software right there, because that would have sucked to know that I was gonna meet that Hell Knight in there and not have ammo. But we wouldn't do that to you guys.
That would never happen.
We would not do that
Never.
to you guys.
You're always prepared. It's like the Slayer is the ultimate Boy Scout.
It's exhausting, by the way, finding those moments. I mean, we're going through it right now in DLC 2. It's like, hey, when you hit the left turn on the 4th part of the level, you need to put a health pack there, because if the player ends up getting, you know, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But, all right, let's shoot another tentacle.
Let's do it.
For everything in video games is a giant pain in the butt, because everything is real time.
Yeah.
And like, so for example, some of the bugs that used to happen with this was that when you move this thing, the whole UI stuff would flutter and shake.
Because these things aren't exactly tied together the way that we make them.
Oh
appear
yeah,
to be.
I don't know. There's like a million things. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know how these guys figure it out, because like the programmers, what they have to go through, you know, to be able to find, identify, and fix these things. I'm always super impressed.
Yeah, they are absolute madmen.
And then we're about to fight the most controversial AI in the game, the Marauder. Let's talk about the Marauder.
Let's.
So the thing that I notice, so I of course I stand by the Marauder, because if we didn't, we wouldn't be making you fight two of them.
That's true.
But
oh, there we go. There is the Hell Knight. And there's his brother. I love the electrified sides of the hallway, by the way. It really does add a lot to the tension there. Big time. It just makes you feel real trapped. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, Dread Knights. Much respect for the Dread Knights. Have to be taken off the board immediately. Become a really big problem the longer they're on.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So,
getting you geared up here.
What was I saying? Oh,
Marauder.
So, the thing that I noticed about the Marauder with players, I actually saw this with Shroud, is that,
ooh, 1 HP, you got the Mega. I mean, I don't think Mega is Gen X. I think you can get the Mega health. Just putting that out there.
You know what? I'm not even sure that I should be glory killing. That's how hardcore I am. Like,
Damn.
I feel like I should be playing this without even chainsawing.
The challenges just keep stacking up. I like this. It's raising the stakes every minute here. Marlick,
God,
we already answered that
I gotta be honest. I'm sure everybody feels this way about their game. I've just been having so much fun playing it. And honestly, so here's the thing. This is why, frustration is a part of engagement. This is the most fun I've had playing it, because I put it back to the difficulty that I like to play it at, where I'm challenged.
Yeah.
You know, it is fun to walk through the game and kind of one-hand everything, but like it's just more fun to play it where you're pushed. You know. And dude, I mean, I'm pushed in everything. Like right now, I'm getting my butt kicked in Hollow Knight, dude. Like, you know, we're not having a good time. I mean, I am having a good time, but like,
but it's kicking
I
your
love
ass.
it but it's hard.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure. It's challenging you enough where you feel like you can't just willy-nilly, like la-di-da, not pay attention to every single encounter and every jump that you're doing.
Oh yeah, totally.
Totally. That's just good game design. Speaking of, and obviously, you know, you're being challenged by your frames, by the PC that you're on, by the graphics
everything.
card, by the stream, by chat.
Right.
Speaking of which, okay.
By the envy of chat, they're just
They're
like,
just
how is he doing
they're
it?
in awe. They're wowed. They don't know
That's
how this
right.
is being done with a vanilla controller that's
I
inverted.
do this for all the 44-year-old gamers out there. That's right.
Love it.
I'm 44, Josh. Can you believe that?
That is
It's
nuts,
weird.
man. That is nuts. Isn't that weird? Because remember,
Josh, are you allowed to say how old you are in air?
yeah, sure. Yeah,
How old are
sure.
you?
I turned 40 this year, my friend.
God damn, Josh.
I know. The funny thing about
We're
that
a
is,
couple of geezers.
I know, dude. We're like halfway to the retirement home. Speaking of which,
That's
do you remember when
It's
we were
almost
kids?
over.
We were kids in the mall, and you go to Spencer's and you see all that over the hill shit for like 40-year-olds, and you're like, those people, like, the joke is real because the gravestone is so close to where they are. They're 40. You know what I mean? And now I'm just like, yeah. I mean, I want to play everything. Like, what do you mean there's not enough time in the day? I'll make time because I'm an adult and we can do that now. But
Well,
yeah,
it's
man,
just,
it's crazy.
You know, it's games have, it's bonkers.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to, aspects of Cyberpunk were just like more than just a game. It was just something you fantasized about since you watched Blade Runner as a kid.
Totally.
You know, like, wouldn't it be sick if?
Right.
And then Cyberpunk's like, yeah, we'll make that happen.
Yeah, we'll do that. See, I respect the get of quad here. It is meant. This is a quad encounter. This is an absolute quad encounter. This is not meant to be done without quad. But I do think you need to maybe. There we go. Chainsaw. Get those. You got, by the way, 2 other pips. So just let it fly. Let the ammo fly. Fly as you see fit. And I love that this encounter happens in the goo because there it is. They wanted you to slow down right there for that.
That's right. We need more ammo there, chat. Why is there not
chat,
more
what's
ammo
going on?
there?
Why
That
not
was
more
a
ammo?
mistake.
That's right. Cyber
We
Doom
need
confirmed.
to do that. My fault. My fault.
All right, we got a. Ooh, thank you. Manny has translated this Spanish shout out. So the user is. Let me see if I can do this. Isulises, and the translation is, wow. They might not understand me, but wow, I didn't know that Bethesda had a channel. I discovered this game 4 years ago, and I feel so excited about the upcoming projects. Doom is incredible. Thank you for your support, and welcome to the channel, my friend. Here's another one. This one's coming from Orda Liam, and that's Orda with the 0 because Leet Speak is always in chat all the time. So this is the question. Asking a real question here. I like how they qualify the question, but this is a real question, by the way. Okay, we got you. Why couldn't the Slayer just take an axe from his first defeated Marauder in the Art Complex and use it as his own Crucible weapon instead of having to go to Terrace Nabad just to retrieve his old blade?
Well, because we have to make that asset, and that's too hard.
Because we have to string you along here. We can't just give
Yeah.
you the damn thing the first time you see one,
That
right?
that was going to be, that's something we have to build up to. But I don't know. Let's see what you have in DLC 2.
Ooh-wee.
We'll see.
Ooh-wee.
I don't know.
Okay.
Now I could either be misleading you,
Or
that or it's a good hint. I don't know. I'm not saying what it is. We're
That's
trying
fair.
to keep it entertaining,
That's
folks.
fair. I've seen a lot of things people think are confirmed in chat. I like it. I like the
But
speculation. It's
you
healthy.
never know.
That's right.
Could be a little misdirection there. Could be a good hint.
Oh god, I just hit my mic. Sorry, but I'm just popping off. All right. So is chat. There's a lot of. I like nunchucks. I like that thrown around. Since we talked about it last week, it's kind of all I can think about too. Is just how
That's right.
nunchucks would work in a Doom game. How the hell? Think about that combat for a minute. Just think about it. You don't have to say what you
First
think.
time we see. Well, Josh, let's let's chat. What I said last week, the hint was you've seen it before. So, what weapons have we seen before in Eternal's base game and DLC? That's really the question. Then we kind of make that list. It's got to be one of those. I think it has to be in there somewhere.
I know. I feel like we could. I'm trying to think how to further hint that.
Hey,
without
first
just
time
super
seeing the
spoiling.
intern. Check him out. There he is.
The Arc
This
Scientist.
guy, he gets a promotion in DLC 1.
He really does. He gets a lot of voice lines, a lot of FaceTimes.
There was I had written in the script for a second that he would die in DLC 1.
Oh no!
Yeah, and that did
Jesus.
not go over well. I actually wrote the outline, looked at it, read it, and I was like, "Yeah, it's not gonna happen."
You're like, yeah, he's basically us, so I don't want to kill us just yet.
who he is. People
Yes.
have said this in reviews. Who he is the audience. So we talk about like hope and fear, and that being a good narrative tool. Another good tool for you aspiring creatives out there creating your own IPs is that you really want to have characters who ask the questions that the audience will ask. So the greatest example of that is Marty McFly questioning Doc Brown about the time machine beginning of Back to the Future. If you think about it, everything he says is answering questions for us. You made a time machine out of a DeLorean? What the hell's a gigawatt? He says all the things that we want to ask.
Yeah.
So the intern is us asking questions for us, reacting like us, and I've seen people pick up on that. It's a really good narrative device when you have someone in there. People do it all the time. When someone asks the villain or the hero how they're going to accomplish what they're going to do, I mean, that's basically them asking for the audience.
Yeah. Or sometimes they do those things where they ask about like filling in a gap in the story or something, because you're like, that's what we want to know too. So like, it would be weird if maybe the protagonist just monologued away right now. By the way, look at Samuel Hayden, not looking too hot here.
He got messed up, man. He got jumped.
Pretty jacked up here. I love the treatment. The Slayer knows this guy. The Slayer remembers.
So how I feel about the Marauder and where I think he'll get better is I would love to be able to the thing that I think that happened was I watched Shroud play, and when you falter him, people don't know that he's faltered and that you can do more than just one shot. So I remember watching Shroud, he would shoot him once and that's
and then
it.
he would
And the whole
stop
time
and,
I was
wait.
like, shoot him again. And
Right.
and that was what what I learned was like just trying to. It's challenging to be able to really, really, really clearly communicate to the audience, to first-time players, whether they're expert players like Shroud or casuals, what it is the game is trying to tell you what to do. So if I had to do it over again, I would add like Tweety birds over his head to indicate like like in a fighting game,
Like,
hey,
hit
this
this
character is vulnerable.
Right.
You can take advantage of their window.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people in chat right now saying that this is the best intro of all time, and I have to agree. I mean, it's one of those things that, like, you know, this is actually a perfect example. A really, really good movie, especially action movies. In the trailer, they will show you a badass scene that you have a feeling, you feel some kind of way about. And then in the movie, when you see it, it's a common thing for people to be like, hey, it's that thing from the trailer. I recognize that. But it's rare when you see that and you feel the same way you felt about it that you've seen in that trailer 800 times when you were excited to see that movie. And like every time that Marauder walks in through that teleporter, I feel some kind of way.
I think what's interesting is I'm curious about the bug, him going downstairs and being able to falter him.
I knew it was going to come down to a bug. As soon as you died, I was like,
no, but I you know, like
3?
he does do that thing where like, and that's one of the ones we're investigating. Mayo found that for us.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's specifically
where,
when he was traveling through Geo on stairs. Yeah. Taking good advantage of these windows. I like what I'm seeing. Oh God! Delete button found. You can't target him because he's already dying. Because you already.
That's where, like, you know, sure. Like I do want to update and provide him with days things to do that. I think we could. We're gonna add a tutorial that's in DLC 1 for quick swapping in the game. By the way, you guys know you don't have to do that. Like you can literally fire. That window is tuned to be able to fire 2 shotgun shots with no switching. So and great players can do 3. So that's what that's for. And we're not going to change him. And I love that our game, you know, he's there to teach you something, and once you beat him and you understand how to play him, the game, you know, levels up once again. And but we do need to, I think, clarify weapon switching again. Not required to beat him. You can just hit the double shotgun twice. Super shotgun.
Yeah.
But
because that's kind of what the tutorial tells you is like. It kind of leans on like you should use the super shotgun, and it feels right because it's like he's the same size as you. You both have super shotguns, even though yours has a beat-up, which is way cooler. Yeah.
That was awesome. I think that was our best chat. Was that our best stream? What do we think? What are they saying, Josh? Because I can't see.
They are saying clap. They are saying they're throwing out more questions, of course. They're saying that, yeah, exactly. That with Marauders, they've learned so much for it. I see a lot of claps in chat. I see yes.
But was that the best stream so far, chat?
I see.
Do you want me to ask them this? Do I leave it on Nightmare or?
Ooh, I like this. Yeah. Best. I'm seeing best stream confirmed. I'm seeing GGs thrown out. Amazing favorite stream by far. A lot of claps, a lot of GGs. It sounds like Nightmare. It sounds like people want us to leave it there. It sounds like it's the right skill level for the right audience.
All right, that's it. I don't have a lot more one-ups to donate to the demons graciously.
True.
But
true.
But we will
we'll get some
on here.
Yeah.
I'll save that for the next one.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. I had so much fun. And let's do this again next week.
We should.
Same Doom time, same Doom channel.
Exactly. Don't forget
stoked.
next week is Sentinel Prime. So that is like the beauty of that is this. It's not a long level. It's a boss level. But the lore, and I can't wait to see Hugo and all of us together walking around, zooming into every nook and cranny, which there are so many juicy bits in Sentinel Prime. So we get all next week to just dive super deep in to the lore and the incredible fight that is, spoiler alert, the Gladiator in Sentinel Prime. So
yes,
if you're excited about it, and you're doing it
first. I mean, some of people's, you know, it's hard to debate. Who, you know, there's so many favorites. Mars Core is definitely up there.
We got to do Mars Core first. I skipped it. I skipped right over it, even though, I don't know. In the base campaign, Mars Core actually might be my favorite. I don't know, Art Complex. It's tough. I skipped a week. And you caught me. You caught me. So next week we are going to be doing Mars Core, which is
and thank you, Chad, for humoring me and watching me stumble through our own experience that we made. But that was really fun.
Yeah,
humoring my false bravado, and then
false bravado. What are we talking about? This is Gen X Represent stream. Welcome.
That's right. And no, it was awesome. I really appreciated it, guys.
Yeah.
And we'll just we'll keep going. We'll leave it on Nightmare. We'll see where it goes. Maybe we leave it at 2 frames per second too. I mean, I think that's
a comfortable frame rate. Let's be honest. Everybody can see all the frames all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get we'll get some technical support here. But no, that was awesome. And Yeah. What else is there, Josh? Nothing. We'll talk about next week. We'll talk about that thing that I mentioned about pacing,
Yeah.
and we could talk a little bit. See if we could talk around the new weapon.
I think
We'll find something else every week. Me and Josh, we want to try to reveal something again that we think is fair to reveal for you guys without spoiling anything for the marketing team that they want to save.
100%.
But yeah, so looking forward to it.
Yep. We'll see you guys then. Thank you guys. We love you guys. Thank you for giving us your time. And we want it again next week. So be back for Mars Core, which is the correct level. And it's the 8th level in the game. Is that even right? Damn it, it's the 7th level. My brain and numbers aren't working anymore. But thank you, Hugo. Thank you, everybody in chat. We will see you guys. We love you guys. See you next week.
Yes.
Later.
See you later.